3, 2, 1.
Yo, we got your back when you driving to work or driving home. If you on a plane or you at the gym or you home alone, all you gotta do to listen to the shows, turn on your phone. Two Ugly Nerds podcast, tell you what's going on. This is the podcast.
Eric is ugly and would not judge anybody else.
There's no other insult.
When did you learn that you were
Two Ugly Nerds podcast.
Welcome to the
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Two Nerds Podcast. Niggas from the Black Nerd community. It's the guys, Derek the podcast guy, Ian the father dad himself, Geronimo, Mr. Nintendo.
You saw nothing.
You saw nothing.
You just kept the blooper in.
That is funny. That is
Good,
funny,
y'all.
man. Y'all almost caught Gerard's eyes.
We just kept the
What's
blooper in.
going on? What's going on, y'all, man? We're back again this week. Sorry for all the technical difficulties of the last week, but shit happens. What's going on this week? Okay. I don't know, Gerard, you might have seen this on the internet. Ian, I got to ask you this question because you might not have seen this. What is there more of in the world? Doors
Yes.
or wheels?
Oh, that shit.
Oh, you know what? I forgot Joe
It's
and the
even,
niggas did bring it up.
it's even
I forgot they brought it up.
transcended social media.
I thought it was just British Twitter doing this. That's why I never asked y'all earlier. I was like, this is stupid. I just let British Twitter do this. And then I learned that like everybody's doing it. So I was like, all right. I was like, I'm still unsure of which side of it I'm on, but I'm pretty sure it's doors.
It's doors.
I'm
Absolutely
firmly team
doors.
wheels. I'm firmly team
Oh, your team wheels?
Yes, absolutely.
Gerard, I can
Because-
see 3 doors in your room right now.
But you
I don't
can't
see
see
any
all the
wheels.
wheels under my chair.
I got
Under
5
my
wheels on my
bed?
chair. You ain't got no kitchen cabinets? Your apartment ain't got
I
no
do.
kitchen? Yeah.
It
That's
does.
that's about 8 doors.
It does, but you're not taking account to things like toys like Hot Wheels.
That
They
also
make,
have doors
like,
on them.
They have more wheels than doors. What the fuck?
Do they?
Yes.
Also, you're not taking into
Doors
account
for wheels.
all the Dolly Playhouses. All them shits got cabinets too.
All of them just got doors, cabinets. You're not taking none of that into consideration.
A lot of things that have doors either have more wheels than it to move it around. Like,
Dollhouses don't have no wheels. You got to break that shit down and build it again somewhere else if you want to move it. Now you done
yeah,
so.
but
You're not wheeling the dollhouse.
Everyone's always gonna move something around. Everything gotta be transported.
In the same wheels that were on the other thing. Nah, bro. It's
There's only like 2 variants of cars that only have 2 doors. In respect, like
That's like half of the appeal of sports cars as well.
yeah, sports
Yeah, but
cars.
nobody can afford them shits, so everybody got 4 doors.
But most of them have 4 doors.
4 doors, 4 wheels. Those even
Yeah,
out. We're not
actually,
even
the car-
considering
Actually,
cars.
the car thing is actually kind of irrelevant because most cars that got 4 doors also have 4 wheels.
4
They
wheels.
might even have a 5th wheel in the back as a spare.
That's true, but also, but what do you consider a door or not? Because you got a
you
little
walk
cabinet,
into.
you got the little thing on the
The
passenger
cabinets
side.
are doors too.
That's a door.
Refrigerators are doors.
You got the shit in the side. You got the
Come
shit
on.
in the middle console that opens up. It
Talking about
closes.
things that open to the side. Stuff
That's
like
a door. Oh, so now doors only open to the side?
Some people consider toilets.
So
seats
butterfly
doors.
doors
We-
on the
we
Lambo
call it-
not doors?
Yeah, you open to the side up. No, I'm
Nah, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm just saying, bro.
Mailbox doors.
It's doors, bro.
They're way
Mad
more
doors,
wheels.
man.
It's doors, bro.
There's definitely
Doors.
more wheels.
Uh,
Some folks have multiple cars just cause they have
and
their. I
all
want
4 of
to.
those cars or multiple cars have.
We're doing
Same
They
it,
amount of
all
doors as
also
they do
have the
wheels.
wheels.
but also doors.
Oh, you know what? The trunk door is also a door.
Trunk. Oh, I didn't even think about the trunk. That covers that.
There's a
spare
door
wheel.
right there.
That covers
now
the spare wheel
now
right there.
That's splitting it as well.
The hood is a door to the under.
The hood is a
underbelly.
door to the-
Come on,
to the-
yeah,
No one
man,
ever
I'm not-
calls a hood. No one calls a
No
hood.
one
a
calls
door.
it a door.
But it is a door.
No.
Just because you don't call it one, don't make it not a door.
No, y'all just splitting that one for sure.
Y'all reaching.
All right.
They are
for
reaching.
doors now.
100. Yeah, hell yeah, y'all reaching for doors.
I'm just
Hell
saying,
yeah.
bro. I mean, is the lid on the top of your shit a door? Because this is closing
No,
off.
it's a fucking lid, Derek.
Oh, all right, man. All right. I'm just saying, bro.
It's a fucking lid.
I don't know, bro. If it closes something
It is.
and you can open it,
Is this thing that spins on the side of this tool, could that be a wheel? Could this be a wheel? No,
Yeah.
you can
Yes.
roll it around as a wheel, but
You know
no,
what?
I'm not counting it
Yes,
as a wheel.
I would give you that.
I'm not counting that as a wheel.
I would give you that. You don't want to win bad enough because I would count that as a wheel.
I know I will win bad enough. Go look up how many toy cars in the world made by Hot Wheels.
Go look up how many doors are in the world and
Nobody knows that. That's why we're talking about it now.
Like how many skyscrapers are in New York City, and all of them shits got doors. None of them got wheels.
doors galore. Go all the way up 88 floors, nigga. Doors.
That's
Just
because
doors.
they bored.
I'm just, bro, it's mad doors, bro.
There's also mad wheels. Fuck the person that made
bro.
this discussion.
Yeah, facts.
But no, I do still think there are more wheels than doors.
We never really agree, man. I don't know.
No, it's one of those. Yeah,
You just got to stick to your side. Yeah. No, you
Yeah.
just got to pick a side and stay there. Don't even bother with the
I'm not. Yeah, I can't.
with the extras. You pick a side and you stay there. I did think it was funny to see it pop up. I genuinely thought
I
this was
saw
a
it on
conversation
Instagram.
only happening on like FIFA British Twitter. I thought this was the only. I thought they were the only people talking about this when I saw it, and I was like, "This is kind of funny," but I'm not. No one's gonna care over here. And then I just saw the shit slowly creep up in random places, and I was like,
I saw it. The first time I saw it was in a friend's like Instagram story, and they had like the poll. Like it's like they're like it literally came out like this is random, but what's wheels versus doors? And I was like, definitely wheels. The first thing I thought was like Hot Wheels because there are so many of those toys in production. And things like that. There's a ton.
Well,
of
you know, when you talk about production, there might be an argument that could be made about wheels because new cars get made every year.
assembly lines. Yeah,
It's true.
I mean, but do y'all think
Not
it's
as
just like
much
one nigga
houses
cutting
are
down
made.
tree?
In fact, evident to hit the price hike in all houses in the housing market right now. Not as many houses are made.
Where do you think doors are made though? You think nobody's got an automated system for making doors that are rolling on wheels?
No, I'm not saying that is not a thing. I'm just saying that more cars are made than there are houses made.
Well, okay, yeah, I agree with that. But
I see what you're saying.
But buildings in general, humans love to build on some open.
I mean,
land.
you go to any like Lowe's or Home Depot, they just got doors.
They just got doors.
Mad doors sitting there.
You have a whole aisle that's choose your front door. Is it wood? Not wood. Is it fiberglass? Is it
I might be looking at that too, man.
And look, that's why
I'm about to buy a new door. I'm just saying, bro. I ain't heard this nigga say he want to buy a new wheel.
Do you have glass on it? Is it like a what do you call it?
One of them joints.
Augie glass or whatever?
Yeah,
like
one of them
Oh,
shits.
y'all about to be fancy.
smoke, whatever you fucking call it. You know what I'm talking about. The ones you can't see.
Situation and then one in the front.
There's a whole door supposedly
The door's not cheap either.
claimed by the
Hell
French.
I did think about trying to change our storm doors, and when I went and looked at the prices, I was like, "Oh no, these are fine."
Yeah,
These are
not to mention the
perfectly
price
alright.
to have them installed if you don't
If you don't have to do it yourself, yeah. Yep. 100%. Shit crazy out here, bro. Okay, man. What are we starting here today with? Well, we started with doors versus wheels, and I didn't realize. Just to be clear, like we didn't plan that. I didn't plan that. They didn't know I was going to say that. I came out. So me and Ian being on the same side was not planned. Like there was no pre-discussion. We didn't just gang up on Draw. I didn't know he was going to be Team Wheels. I just said it.
Yeah, I had no
we
idea.
went there.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I heard about it 2 weeks ago, I was like, yeah, wheels. I mean, y'all gave me the most convincing argument for doors, though. No one else was like, as soon as I mentioned Holly, was like, oh, yeah, you're right. There are a lot of those cars. And I'm like, yeah, bitch. But y'all actually said some legit shit. So I'm like, okay, yeah.
Look, and Jerron didn't even think about the steering wheel. He talked about spare wheels. He didn't even think about
the steering wheel. That's a whole other wheel.
A whole new wheel. He didn't even say that one.
There's an equal number of wheels than doors. So
and how many test driving cars are there? Not test driving cars.
Test driving cars.
Every time we say cars, you got to remember all those cars got doors.
Man, think about semi trucks.
Ian, you know what else? You know what else has a door?
Wheelers?
What?
The gas tank has a door.
Oh yeah, that's a door. That's a door.
That's a door.
That's
Draw. That's a door.
That's a door.
That's a door.
All right, fine. It's a door.
Come on.
That's
Come on, man.
I don't know. What do we even call that?
I don't know, but it's a door.
It's a door
Anything
to the
that
gas
operates
tank.
as a door is a door. And anything that operates as a wheel is a wheel. That's what I'm saying. Like,
actually, you know what constitutes a door? And that's what we got to break that down.
I mean,
does it have
see,
to
that's
have
where
a
it gets.
knob?
I wasn't trying to go there, but
Does it have to have
actually,
a knob?
no.
I don't think
No,
so.
it definitely doesn't.
It just has to have a. I think it has
My
to have
desk
a latch.
my desk technically has like a little thing on the
It
side.
has to have hinges.
Doors,
I think.
but there's
Does
no
it have to have a hinge to be a door?
I think it has to have a hinge to be a door. I think.
I mean,
There's sliding doors.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
On the automatic doors and everything like that.
Yeah, that's
The rotational doors.
The rotational doors. Yeah,
that should be like 8 doors rotating.
That's all. Might just be 8 doors.
Oh, the
8 doors to get you in there. Come on, bro.
Yeah, rotating door. And, I think it had. Well, actually, I'm not sure how those. It's not a wheel on top of it that turns it, is it?
Well, I would assume there's like a gear system. I would consider gears wheels. So
okay, yeah,
gears can't be considered.
Well,
wheels.
if gears are considered wheels, then it's out of here. It's out of here.
I don't know that for a fact yet, bro.
It's out.
What do we consider wheels then?
But wheels are. But when you start going out and thinking, what would I consider a wheel? You can talk yourself into a lot of wheels.
Yeah.
Whereas doors, I think you just have to think a little hard about what can be considered a door. And then once you start thinking about it, you realize it's a good discussion that we'll never have a real answer to. Well, I say that. There's like a little kid who's 8 years old that heard this. He's going to dedicate the next 10 years of his life to figuring this out. And
yeah, if YouTube still exists, they'll have a 10-year video project.
They'll tell us. We're going to get a Kanye doc, but doors versus wheels. And he's going to be like, I went all around the world.
Netflix would be the ones.
Yeah, I was about to say Netflix about to claim it.
Netflix would be the ones.
They'd be like, hold on.
They make a documentary about
anything that's happened. Yo,
we have the rights.
Give us those rights.
Let's throw them a few million or 100,000 or however little we want to pay them about doors and wheels. And here we go.
We're going to watch it. That's the thing.
I will
I'm
watch
going to play.
I'll be like, these motherfuckers on that bullshit. How long is this?
Fuck it, I got an hour and a half.
Yeah, boy, I got 90 minutes. All right, whatever. I just want to see what the arguments are.
Facts, man. All right, man. All right. Well, let us know how y'all feel about the doors and wheels thing, man. I'm interested to know how many people are on what side of the argument. I'm still team doors, but wheels is creeping up on my.
I'm still team wheels. Although there are some doors I did not account for.
When I first heard it, I started counting the doors in my house, and I was thinking like, we got a lot of cabinets, we got a pantry, we got a couple closets, we got bathrooms, we got the cabinets in the bathroom. You got, I started adding up doors. I was like, hold on, I'm just at home right now. We smoking wheels.
I mean, if you just home on average, unless you just have a bunch of like car things or toys or whatever. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I was about to look at my dumbbells and be like, I roll them around. Those can be wheels. I'm not going to do that, though.
This nigga was arguing with us about the gas tank and want to tell us about fucking about dumbbells being wheels.
Hey, you roll them around. What do you?
I mean, if you get 2 dumbbells and you put something in between them and roll it, will it roll?
We'll roll. I mean,
well then,
yeah.
Well then,
I'm not gonna count it though. That's
honestly
ridiculous.
On this pod and just off the strength of this pod right now, we currently have more wheels than doors.
Based on what?
We're all sitting on chairs.
We're on chairs.
Okay, so that's 15.
This one, yeah, it's 5. It's 15.
And you got your chair with the Raven.
How many doors? I got 1, 2, 3,
right there.
4, 5. I got 5. I got 5. At least 5 doors in this room, though. At least.
I have 0
doors in this room.
Well, yeah. I know where you are.
Room,
yeah.
Well, I actually have 2 closets in my room, and there's 4 doors. There's that door behind me. There's can't see over there.
No,
well, actually, you see that door. See it. That's a closet, and there's over there.
And what your TV is on got looked like it got a little handle or something.
Yeah, it's a drawer. It's
a drawer.
Oh,
I mean, are we counting drawers?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's as the British call taking the piss. That would be that.
That would be taking,
drawers are
that
doors.
would be taking the piss.
If drawers are doors, we're in a whole different argument now. Nah. All right.
I definitely have more doors and wheels. I have another older chair out there that has its wheels, obviously. But
that's all I'm saying. It's I don't know.
Oh wait, no, hold on. This drawer, this file cabinet thing, these three plastic things has
Other door.
4 wheels.
You know what also has wheels? Every drawer
Has wheels.
has
Oh
wheels.
yes, it does.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Well, okay, not
That's not true.
everyone.
Ian-
Mine
Ian-
Some have ball bearings.
Ian just been rich a little bit, so he got the ball bearings and the little rotators and the little wheels that be in there. Some of the drawers just be having the little metal slide in, slide out too. That there's plenty of drawers like that that are just a
This
little
one-
metal rail that
this
it
one got
follows,
wheels.
one bigger than the other, and it just
I don't remember
follows
how
it.
many there are.
Plenty of drawers like that. They're not as efficient, and those tend to get stuck more, and people hate them. So if you get higher end shit, it's probably gonna have ball bearings or wheels or something that's more
Actually,
easy to, roll back and forth. But wheels.
I don't think these
they're
have
pretty-
wheels, but my IKEA desk drawer does have wheels to pull the drawer out.
I don't have any drawers on.
Where the mythical Banjo Tooie cartridge is. Quartz down has wheels.
I forgot. I got a PS2 and a GameCube in here. Both of those have doors where you put the discs under.
They do all have doors. They don't have a game console with wheels on it. That's smart.
No, they don't. The Switch don't got wheels yet. Just wait till
Yeah.
wait till
Yeah.
Switch 2. Roll your Switch as you play
As you
Nintendo.
play.
That's a Nintendo ass
in
thing.
VR.
They better fucking not do that. Just do the Switch again, but more powerful.
Facts. And don't fuck it up like the Wii U. Anyways.
Yeah, Wii U situation. Not that bad, at least. I don't think they're gonna misread it that bad again.
No. I think they learned their lesson. Let's hope at least.
Yeah. Yeah, jeez.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our first stuff for the day, guys, off of our great debate. Time for technically.
Technically, speaking of power, more power. NVIDIA GPU prices seem to be taking a dip.
Thank you, Jesus.
Some so much as 65% in price reduction, which is crazy. Analysts suspect this has less to do with drop in demand, because there's clearly a high demand of it, but more to do with a new line of GPUs that might be on the horizon. So if you are interested in snagging one of the 3000 series GPUs, now would be a really good time to do so. Or right before they release maybe the 4000 series GPU.
Man, maybe this year is the year to. I've had this PC since September 2019. There's some random issues here and there. The motherboard, I'm not gonna go into it, but overall it works fine.
Only 3 years in, right? You probably just need to change the parts out.
Yeah. The case is fine. I don't really want to get rid of the case. There's a couple of ports on the top that, or no, just one that's not properly working, but the right motherboard will enable those to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fine. It's some pretty practical PC, so I'm not trying to have a freaking light show and a PC next to me. But yeah, a new GPU. I'll probably look to one of the one, not the ones coming out, obviously, because they're gonna be stupid expensive, but the current ones that are going down. And I'll probably go NVIDIA for the graphics card. AMD's cool, but too much TLC needs to be put on those to make sure things are working properly.
Yeah. Also, there does seem to be a sign of relief where chip shortages are concerned, at least in the memory department. A slight surplus in NAND chips following a push to produce more chips in 2021 appears to be reducing the price of SSDs across the board. But analysts close to the matter suspect that there might be another price hike due to contamination in NAND chips at a plant in Japan that appears to be affecting 6.5 exabytes, which is 6.5 billion gigabytes.
Jesus Christ.
Of memory. They suspect this price hike will start showing up in April. So if you are in the market for an SSD, now would be the time to get one.
Today. like before y'all hear this, you should have bought one a week ago.
You should have bought one a week ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, get it now.
Yeah. Speaking of price hikes, Netflix is
Name a better duo. They just love doing it.
Another attempt to crack down on password sharing between members outside of households of the primary account holder. They're going to start. I'm not sure how they're going to do this, but whenever whenever somebody outside your household tries to log in or tries to watch something, you'll be greeted with a message that says, "Hey, you can add this member for $2.99." And that's up to like 2 members. Only 2 members outside the household can access an account.
So
this is.
Go ahead. No, continue. I'll wait till you finish.
I was gonna say this is gonna start in Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. But if all goes well, you might be seeing this over here.
Are they fucking over my Costa Rican brethren first?
Why are you going down to?
We're gonna revolt. I'm going back home to revolt, bro.
That is interesting that you're doing South America and middle
and Central America.
Yeah.
I mean,
it might be kind of egregious down there. I might have a couple passwords in Costa Rica too, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking around. I don't, but
yeah,
I don't. Netflix, don't ban my account.
They claim that this is the primary reason is that it's impeding on their profits, obviously.
Whatever.
Which in turn impacts their ability.
Multi-million-dollar company.
Great TV and films for us. That's what they say.
Nigga,
it's for us.
That's
nigga, no, you're not. You cancel all the good shows anyway. Like, y'all can really suck a dick. Y'all are terrible. Honestly, if it wasn't for Ashley watching this shit, I would not have Netflix at all.
I
wouldn't be using. Let me use your Netflix to watch that Kanye doc. Appreciate it. I'm out. I'll log out too. Don't worry. I'm not using it again. You got it.
Besides Love is Blind and what was the show? I don't even watch the show with Michael B. Jordan anymore. I don't even.
Raising Dion.
Raising Dion.
Nah.
Besides that. Oh, and the Kanye doc. I don't.
Ain't nobody trying to watch. Nobody trying to watch Netflix, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm checking for Netflix, man.
I've been using
my favorite shows.
I've been using my sister's Netflix for like at least 6 years. The thing I was like, what I was going to ask, what you were talking about, Ian.
Yes.
So when they say hypothetical, if someone tries to like use someone's Netflix and they say, "Oh, you can ask for this for $2.99." Per the household, are they gonna like? Is the main account holder for the Netflix account supposed to like say who's in their household now or something? Because I mean, honestly, just tell your main person, "Hey, just to say we all live in the household and call it a day." That's like an easy way to go around that.
The IP address shit, right?
I was gonna say it might be.
Yeah, they might be
tracking the IP address of the users.
About to become VPN.
But then, how do they handle people who are like watching it on their mobile devices? Because the IP is gonna be different,
right?
It's gonna be different, yeah.
So what if I want to watch Netflix on my phone? You gonna stop me? I gotta add $2.99 for y'all already, and they already be up in the price. That's the thing. Yeah. Netflix is already more expensive. These niggas already have been trying us, and now they saying I can't share it with my mom. Fam, look, bro.
Yeah. I'm actually curious to see what HBO Max says about this because they've been like going back and forth with Netflix.
They're going to say the Penguin and Arkham Asylum shows start in 2023. That's what exactly they're going to say.
And you can share it with your whole family and y'all can all watch together.
Right. If you add an extra member, we'll reduce the price even further.
Facts. Actually, if you add people, we'll make it cheaper.
Please just watch things on our platform while they're still growing. Then when they get
HBO tripping, man.
As big as Netflix thing.
Yeah. So that they can start hitting us with the price hikes too.
Yeah, that's what they all want to do. They all trying to get us to end up paying cable prices for their one streaming service. Yo, let me tell y'all, that's not going to happen, bro. That's not the goal. Y'all should have been working together to create bundle services for y'all streaming service. But instead, everybody went into competition mode, and now they're all fighting for our attention. That's stupid. We want to watch everything. Make it combine. Work together. Yo, I mean, at least, I know, like Disney owns it, but at least Disney, they gave you a bundle. Yo, we got Paramount Plus over here. We got not Paramount Plus. We got Disney Plus over here. We got ESPN. We got Hulu. Like, we're gonna mix that together for y'all. You got some live shows over here and live TV if you want that. We got
it's actually not a bad bundle, really.
And we got your ESPN sports shit you can watch.
Really nice.
That's solid. It's like $12.99.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Charging me $18.99 for one show a year that I might watch. Yo.
Nah.
Y'all are crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but unless they do it via IP addresses, I'm not sure how they're going to do it.
Well, I would guess then, because if it's going to be IP, I'm guessing whenever they put this into place for, I guess, us here in the States, maybe the very first time, people turn on the app or whatever, they'll start tracking. Well, they probably already track the IP, but maybe they'll actually firmly enforce it. And maybe say maybe you have to authorize for first time. You're saying, oh, hey, it's your first time based off our new terms and conditions. Are you the household? Yes, everyone's going to say yes.
I can see that.
But you're going to say yes, and it's going to lock in the IP for that device for that account. That's the only thing I could think of. But I
don't know. You've seen the people that are using VPNs to watch the different Netflixes that are in different countries already.
Using shit. Yeah, that's how you watch The Office again. Just switch to somewhere in the UK and boom, you got The Office again. The hour of The Office, not there.
Yeah.
Hours. Yeah.
Hours.
yeah, the US version.
I had to correct myself.
Make sure we clarify.
Yeah, I've never seen the other one. I don't know the quality, but
I don't. We're the good one. I don't care about the other.
We're the good one.
That's probably right. That's more than likely correct. But yeah. No. But yeah, Netflix on the BS again. Use 11, I guess.
Keep that.
Speaking of tracking, Tile is dropping a new feature they're calling Scan and Secure. It will essentially work like the AirTag app on Android, where you can scan your vicinity for nefarious tags or trackers.
Good.
This is a
good name, good reason to do it. Good job.
We spoke about what Tile might or should do, considering
have been done.
Hoopla going on with Apple. I mean, granted, I'm sure, and it's probably you probably get away with it on Tile more so than Apple because nobody's checking for Tile like that. Granted, their network isn't. I don't know. Maybe it's not as robust, but still.
I mean, I'm sure it's not. I know it's not the same level as Apple because obviously they don't have the phones and everything like that. So, but just the fact that I'm just surprised it took this long. How many different stories did you need to hear? How many different reports did you have to see of people getting tracked or people being scared or people finding these things they don't know where they came from? Yeah, we're selling them for $30, $40 and you never thought anybody would abuse the ability to track something. It seems so simple.
It would be interesting that if on the low, Tile was the tool that people were using, predominantly, and then AirTags came out, and that just made it more popular and more widespread,
more mainstream,
yeah.
Which it makes sense though, because it's Tile's one of those things where you know of it, you're aware of the product, but how many people do you know that actually have one or two and use it? Where and it's platform agnostic. Whereas AirTags, obviously they're Apple. You're going to use it with all your Apple devices. It's part of the ecosystem. It's usually just an additional thing to add to your ecosystem. It just becomes commonplace. So, and Apple's using the boring business terms, their mind share has grown over the years. So the more they introduce certain things, they're like, wow, that's a good idea. That can kind of elevate other stuff that are similar to it. Because still not everyone has the Apple ecosystem, so that's kind of how I see it. I think Apple likes to. It brings it not only it elevates their ecosystem, but the awareness of the type of product it is can kind of bring others up a little bit. Not necessarily mean that they'll surpass theirs, but that's all I've noticed. Yeah, when they did the iPhone way back when, that's when Google said, "Okay, it's our time now doing the Android and stuff," and then boom, the smartphone market was born. So, or grown tremendously. But yeah, that's good. These companies need to just stop being as reactive to things, just be more proactive from the jump. That's really what it is. Not being like, oh no, a possible thing could happen that could hit our bottom line. Oh dear God. And then they start doing this thing. I mean, great for doing it now, but like they'll have to wait till shit hits the fan to be forced to do it.
But wait, they're using our product for human trafficking.
Yeah, so I was gonna say it probably wasn't it wouldn't have been a good means of advertising the product if you also released the fact that we have stipulations in place to prevent people from tracking you nefariously.
I don't think that does though. I mean, okay, I can say I can use these products to track stuff that I want to for my personal use. But I know that if I try to leave these around, that people have ways of being able to detect these things. So, if I am going to do it on somebody, I've really got to do it on somebody that's very unaware or something like that. Like I can't just leave these anywhere, anybody, because somebody could track it. Somebody could have the app downloaded, run in the background on their phone, and it could say, hey, there's a device in your car and you ain't got no devices. I don't remember this device. I don't know this device, but I can see it. That's not, how is that negative advertising? You're just giving them an excuse. Really.
I ain't giving them an excuse. The idea, you're putting that idea in their head, whereas it may not have been there if you hadn't said anything like, if you sell them on the idea that you can track anything, you can track all your extra devices,
your wallet and your.
When we were watching that presentation, were any of you thinking about how this could be used for human trafficking? Initially?
No,
I wasn't thinking about necessarily human trafficking, but I did think
like tracking somebody.
As a possibility.
I feel like we joked about your girl gonna find you cheating.
Find you.
Yeah, like it was a thing, but we joked about it. Yeah, we joked about it as like, people who know each other might want to da 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 da. But even that is a dangerous game because if your girl tracking you and she think you doing something with somebody else that may not even be what you doing. Now she's spazzing on you or reacting to what she thinks she found because she tracked you. All that type of shit is. It's wrong, and it's wrong, and we can be blamed for that too because we joked through it a little bit instead of being like more serious about it. But it was something we recognized.
I think we did also we touched on its potential. I think.
Yeah.
But maybe the jokes left the serious side not as whatever. But it is a serious thing, and now we've seen it play out where people are being tracked, people being kidnapped, people like it's crazy. So no, that's not a game, man. You gotta It's not a game, man. The world is a fucking crazy place, and that's the thing. I think that's the thing. I understand how crazy the world is, because I see it every day. I'm outside, and it's just like. Assume the worst of people. Unfortunately, like if you're a company, you have to assume that the worst people are going to try to use your product in some way. You can't just assume that only good, honest people are going to be buying your products and using it. Some of the worst people got the money to afford your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, I think we talked about this earlier when we were talking about it, but somebody in that dev group said, hey, somebody on that R&D team, somebody who was around said, hey, did y'all think that maybe people might use this to track people and it could be dangerous and da-da-da-da? And somebody's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, fuck it. We'll make money first. And that's what matters.
Make money first. Just put the app together so that when they do find out, we could just ship the app, ship the feature out. Pretty, I don't know. Which sucks also because you knew about it and you waited till afterwards to do something about it.
Facts. It's just one of those things where, I mean, as a former engineer, I've been in those R&D meetings where I've watched my boss or the owner of the company make a decision to just go forward with a project, and obviously not on this level. Not to say that like the products we could have been used like to necessarily like track people or harm people in any specific way, but I did feel like what we were doing wouldn't work for the project we were trying to do because we weren't doing enough testing. But he didn't care. He was just like, that's at my first job. I remember he would tell us all the time, I don't care. Just make that. I don't want to say exactly what the product is, but just make that product and we'll be fine. Cause we have these, we have these big bids that we're trying to get in, and we have these, this big money that we have. And if we get in with this deal, then we could get in with the next one and the next one. And that's all they care about. He didn't care that what he was building wasn't going to work. But I told him, hey, that's not going to work. We haven't tested that enough. You can't just adjust numbers based on old numbers. We need to do new testing for something of this size. Didn't care. We need to sell. They're buying it. We're selling it. We told them we get it to them in 3 weeks. If it doesn't work, we'll just make a new one. We'll fix it from that. That's what being an engineer is. Fixing stupid problems because somebody who makes the money keeps making money decisions instead of, why don't we just tell them, hey, or why didn't we just tell them, hey, it's going to take 5 to 6 weeks for us to make sure we get you the right thing. The reason is because there's another company out there that says we'll do it in 2. And it doesn't matter that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the people with the money, the stadium or the big business or whatever that wants that product, they want the fastest time. You said you give me 2 weeks, fine. And then they'll keep fighting with that person who told you it was in 2 weeks for 6 months to finally get what you wanted. Where if you had just given me the bid at 6 weeks, maybe I could have got you right in 6 weeks instead of 2 weeks of, we sent you this. Oh, that don't work. Send it back. Okay, we fixed it. Send this one. Oh, that don't work. Send it back. Now you're held up in everything. So it's just like, I don't know, but I've watched that happen as an engineer right in front of me, just right in front of me. I've been told to shut up. They stopped letting me come to R&D meetings for a little bit because I was in there just being like, yo, like, have we tested this? Have we looked at this? Have we tested it? No, we got that. We understand how that works already. We know how this works already. And then the shit fucks up. And then it'd be like, yo, but no, you don't. And me, I'm the person who has to go out there and fix it. I'm the person who the customer is going to call to say, this shit isn't working the way y'all said it would. Yeah, I know it is. I know it's not. I know it's not working the way it said it would. I know that for a fact because I was in the meeting when we designed it, and that shit was bullshit. But so somebody over there, somebody said something. But
engineer is like a battle between the sales team and upper management
and morality, and your own morality.
Your own morality, yeah. And I mean, people leave eventually once the morality is pushed too far.
Yeah, man, you say fuck it. This not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. But half y'all niggas would definitely be comic book villains given the chance. Y'all would just turn into the comic book villain scientist. And then when Superman beating your ass, it's, I didn't know that we were building a death ray. Like, nigga, what'd you think? What'd you think? Like, that's why y'all niggas, yo, man, don't be stupid. That's why y'all niggas is crazy.
So why
you were building nuclear weapons?
You needed to harness the power of the sun for? What did you think that was?
The power of the sun, the palm of my hands.
Renewable energy?
You thought we were just, what?
Thought y'all were building electric cars out this motherfucker?
Not to mention when you meet the real evil nigga at the top, you'd be like, this nigga you didn't think, what did this nigga tell you to make you think he was trying to help the world?
Like a villain. Oh, man.
I just wanted my check. Just say that. I respect that more. Yeah, man. That's well. I'm glad there are apps out there now, anyway, that do help and do help people try to stay safe from some of this shit. I'm glad it does exist at some point. Just we need to put more pressure on these companies to be, like Draw said, proactive versus reactive. So
more people. I get like pretty much like you said, like what you're doing in those meetings, and if they're going to be assholes and shit, breaks or has issues.
Yeah.
All you can say is I tried to tell them. And that's it.
You engineers on the back end. If it troubles you, just don't do it, man. Just don't do it.
Or quit. I know that's hard for y'all because everybody got different situations and they want to live certain lives. I get it, but you don't have to be at the fucked up company that's building the fucked up product. Like, you don't have to stay there
while you're there, if possible.
I'd be interested to know if there's anybody at Apple who worked on this stuff and what their mindset was, Apple or Tile, and they see like people are using the product that you built for human trafficking and people are dying, people are losing their lives, people are getting kids kidnapped. How does that affect your own work? Like, do you care at all? Or do you just go, well, Apple pays me $150,000 a year and, we put out the app. So I don't feel like people's morals break. As much as we believe that people will leave, a lot of people won't. They're comfortable in their lifestyle. They're not being directly affected by their own lack of attention to detail. And so, I've been to the Google headquarters. If I work there, you could build whatever random bullshit in here. And I don't care how it affects people out there. I live in the mountains. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Y'all not finding me. You know what I mean? Like
products.
I don't use none of this shit. I probably can code the shit to to make sure it specifically don't even know where I'm at on the grid and shit. You know what I mean? Like I can do whatever I want. I'm good. But y'all regular folks out there that are dying, that sucks. That sucks, man. Sorry that your daughter got taken. Like, like I just wonder, I just wonder how many people are ever affected by this shit. Cause they see these articles, they see these reports of this shit happening. Like, what's their moral standing after they know that? Or they're supposed to tell us they felt bad, so they made the app. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I
wonder how AirTag sales are doing, or like tile sales.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they've dipped at all. Because that would say a lot about the consumer too.
Yeah, y'all, they can track these now. I ain't not buying no more of these. Put these 10 back. Like, yo.
Put these 10 back.
Imagine you see a nigga buying 10 AirTags. My first question is gonna be, what you need those for, bro? I couldn't be the nigga at the register. What you need 10 of these for? For what? I need a list. I need a list of what you're putting these on. Because what could you be using 10 AirTags for?
Right.
Shit like that makes me a little wary.
They might try and pull a fat and say, it's for, my devices for my business or something.
Yeah, I feel you. Let me see the LLC.
Right.
I can't sell these to you if you don't have the LLC on hand. You don't have it? Yeah, well.
Who carries that anyway?
Yeah, no.
Well, shouldn't have bought 10 at once.
You shouldn't. Yeah, go put 8 back. You can have 2.
Right.
You can have 2. That's
one
it.
for your keys, one for your wallet.
That's all you need, nigga.
That's the end. That's it. You lose your laptop, and that's another problem.
Yeah, buy a new laptop.
Tablet or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hopefully we have to see less sad stories with those tracking devices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Well, cool. Y'all say thank you to Ian. Y'all give us your opinions on all the things we talked about and technically today.
Yeah.
It is we're moving a little quick today. It's time to get into console tea.
That console tea. I just have some basic iced coffee. Shame.
Oh, basic picture.
I know. It's a shame. I gotta do better, man. But the Dunkin' line was too long. Anyway, so console team. We got a whole thing for y'all today. It is a lot. It's a full course meal right here. Thick with 2 C's. Thick. All right. So I guess first I didn't notice until they're putting on our show notes, but and it makes sense because this is an Xbox move. So Game Pass has a deal or promotional thing with Paramount Plus, where if you sign up for the Game Pass subscription, you'll get 30 days of Paramount Plus. Now, why would Xbox want to do that? Well, I can tell you easily if you've been living under a rock, because they're about to release a Halo show. Pretty much this week, this episode goes up, so it'll be out there.
They're releasing a Halo show on Paramount.
Yeah, and first I was like, kind of like medium. I was like, this could be okay, but I heard a little more about it in the second trailer, and apparently they didn't even reference the game at all, or didn't play the game, or look at the books or anything. And I'm like, oh well, this should turn out well. I'm sure it will. I'll give it at least 1 or 2 episodes.
I did see the internet go crazy over the Cortana redesign. I saw that.
I'm not a fan, bro.
I was like, this is rough, man. This
is not good. Like everything else was like, I can see what they're going for. The Master Chief's actual armor is a little different from his original stuff, but it's not like radically different. It's like a couple of touches here and there, but overall, they got the helmet right. His mannerisms seem mostly right, so that's fine. But when I showed Cortana, I was like, that's a swing and a miss. And nothing to the actress that's portraying her. It's just not the look they should go for. But yeah. I think it comes out this week though, for sure. I'm gonna remind myself I'm gonna try and watch whatever. I don't know if they're doing it weekly or if they're just dropping it all to watch. If they drop it all to watch, I might just watch as many episodes I could tolerate or handle to give like a first impressions. But I'll see if I can do that for next week. So yeah, that's that Game Pass, Paramount.
It comes
Plus.
out Ultimate, by the way. It's only in the Ultimate. If you already have Game Pass Ultimate, then you'll get they'll probably send like a code or whatever to get 30 days, or you can claim the 30 days through it. Or if you upgrade to Ultimate, you get it. So you don't have to like pay anything extra to them to get it. It's something. If you have Ultimate already, then you got this. And if you just bump up, then if you want to bump up for that specifically, I mean, good for you. I mean, by all means. I think Ultimate is a good deal already anyway, though, for what you get with it, without Paramount Plus. I just thought it was an interesting thing they did. It's smart. I assume when Sony gives us all their Project Spartacus stuff, and we know they're pushing all their new Sony shows that they want to make in these movies, I'm pretty sure we're going to see stuff like this as well, wherever they decide to upload. So.
Speaking of that, real quick, did we even mention that they announced they're doing a God of War show on Amazon Prime Video?
We didn't, but they did announce that. I forgot.
They did.
I forgot, but we did. They did announce that. Yeah. I forgot about that.
That's interesting. Well, no, it's because we
had Batman and we had a lot of other shit going on, but
so it wasn't fit to talk about then. But yeah, they're doing that too. So yeah, I agree. Once they start getting those movies and shows and stuff wrong, then they'll start doing those type of deals. Okay, yep. So that's the Game Pass Ultimate. Oh yes, okay. So the Initiative, Xbox's latest and hyped up to be greatest studio that's making Perfect Dark. So there's a report that came out this week regarding a lot of their staff, and apparently like roughly half have left since it was conception. It was a report. It's on Game Industry. It's like a lot of the senior members that were brought in from like various places over the years, they just kind of left. But and one thing, now I'm looking at one thing that was interesting is apparently there wasn't like a ton of staff there to begin with. Apparently there was only like 70, 80 of people there, not including Crystal Dynamics. They're not artists. They're just helping them with Perfect Dark. But yeah, apparently like 34 staff members have left in the past 12 months, including like a number of senior staff people, and then other people like writers, directors, QA staff, things like that. So yeah, apparently, and some of the folks said that they were leaving just because they felt like within the project, their voice wasn't heard, or just. I think it was a too many cooks type situation, and a lot of senior staff folks in one team. Everyone has egos and this and the other. Stuff ain't getting done. I mean, it was a huge thing because one, we've only seen like a little CG trailer of Perfect Dark. We haven't seen no gameplay yet. I was like I had like a random thought, like maybe we'll see it before this year ends, like a tiny bit of gameplay, but after this, no, we're definitely not seeing that. So yeah, it really just seems like mostly Crystal Dynamics is working on Perfect Dark. That's my speculation. Like it seems like they're primarily the leading the project now.
And it seems like they're listed as the developer now.
Yeah, they're listed as a developer. Now, yeah. So yeah, what do y'all think about that? Is like you think Perfect Dark is in a bad spot, or do you think like it's just kind of the larger? I think it's just like you said, make games meme or whatever.
Nah, I think it's just like you said, like they didn't have the right people around the project. Too many, like you said, too many cooks, too many people who are like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, or I'm too good. I'm not sure supposed to be doing stuff like this or that. That's not my job type shit. What you see that in any industry. Yeah, if you got too many people who have a senior title or a manager title, nobody wants to do any of the work because they feel like they already did it. So I'm not really that surprised. And also, Perfect Dark is, it's a reboot, it's a remake. They're filling in with some old stuff. You know what I mean? Like not a remake, but it's a reboot of that series. I don't. So yeah, I pretty much reboot. Yeah, I don't know that I could see people just not really wanting to jump on it. And just being like, I want to develop something new, or I got this I want to do. Like I got other more maybe ambitious projects I want to work on. So I could see them just being like, yeah, no. And I'm not that surprised. I mean, I don't care about Perfect Dark. So not that it's a bad game or anything. It's just like I'm not going to be hyped one way or another. I'm not going to go buy a console for that.
Yeah.
When I get an Xbox, it's so Ashley can play Fable and I can play.
I'm more confident of that being a legit game coming out in the next 2 years or so. Because I trust Playground Games. After playing
that's true too.
Yeah, I trust, and they're one of the few there under Xbox's 6 studios they own now, whatever.
Yeah,
that can actually put out games, somewhat consistently, and in their quality, in my opinion. But
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting an Xbox not even to play new games. Whatever's on Game Pass, I just want to play Need for Speed Most Wanted, the original, because the only place you can play that is on Game Pass right now. Even PlayStation doesn't have that anywhere. And then I also want to play. I don't want to play. Ashley wants to play the original Fable 2. Fable 1 and 2, those are her shit. So she wants to go back and play those again. So, I mean,
outside
of that, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. Like, that's pretty much been my thought for, stuff too. There are some older games that I would, get back in the Xbox. Even though I have a PC and have Game Pass on here, there's still some games like I would play on like a Series S just for, just to go back to older stuff. I still got like Mirror's Edge stuff and Trial to Escape games. There's just a number of things, basically. And I still have their library I could download on there from like college and stuff like that. But that's So that's weird news in itself. I don't think. I mean, I'm interested in the Perfect Dark. Really, should see how it turns out. I don't think this really looks bad or good on how the project is going per se. Just because it seems like
shit happens. Like whatever. Get the right people in there. Get some people who care about it and want to see it come out, and it'll be fun.
I think I might. I mean, honestly, I don't want to say it's a blessing in disguise. We haven't seen true proof yet, but. I would not be surprised if this actually turned out to be decent at least, because Crystal Dynamics, they did Tomb Raider reboot trilogy.
They did that whole trilogy. That trilogy's fire.
It was good.
Yeah, and those
fire trilogy. All three fire. They made improvements.
You played all three.
I played the first. I didn't platinum.
I enjoyed it.
There's one of them I didn't platinum. I don't know which one it is, but
I had a third one. At least.
I think it's the second one actually.
Oh, the second one, the Rise. Oh.
I think it's Rise of the Tomb Raider I didn't platinum.
I do want to play that one.
The first one I platinum in college. I'll never forget that. When I got plat, I was like, yeah, I'm that nigga.
That first
and I played it on 3 different consoles now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Tomb Raider games.
I've only played on PC years ago. 5 years ago? 5 years ago. Just it was like a random backlog game. But yeah, I enjoyed it. The game's great. So yeah, it's another thing. Yeah. Reboot featuring Rowling. They got the familiarity there, so and they can make it its own thing. Perfect Dark really just it's N64 nostalgia for the most part, which is cool. It was cool in 2000, but it's 2022, so yeah. But yep. So that is the Xbox thing, and like I don't mean to keep going with this weird bad news type stuff, but we're gonna pick it up after this one. Gran Turismo 7. So that came out last weekend or 2 weekends ago for those listening and watching on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Gameplay wise, everyone loves it. The only thing that sucks about it, two things. It's always online, and with that, there are microtransactions. And it's not so much as the microtransactions being like cosmetic or not. It's like how you get the cars in the game. You have to keep playing the game and get like the in-game currency and stuff. And from what I've heard online and things like that, some mutuals on Twitter, it's a grind. It's a true grind, and it's a simulation racer. So that in itself has been kind of like a contention point for some, but they just keep playing it. This week they the studio that makes this game, I can't remember their name. I can't remember their name. They put out an update where basically they adjusted the earnings you get per race, so you can actually get these cars. But apparently made them worse or harder to do, which is wild. And then with that, they broke some part of the game. They broke the online component, so no one could actually play the game. It was just when they got there, it was like, oh, servers are down. Please come back later. Something along those lines. So people were pissed off about that. So they couldn't play the game for like 48 hours roughly till they were working on it. So that's it's a bad look.
I still play Gran Turismo Sport.
You can. You actually
that
can.
One's
Yeah.
all right. That one's all right. It's the thing. It's the same thing we said before, right? These games, they are upset. There's a lot of these game developers are obsessed with trying to keep you playing their game and only their game. Don't play shit else. Only play our game. Grind our game to the end. And the thing is, I'm sure there are people who love racing games so much, like that's their main game. That's the main thing they want to do.
They get the wheels set up and everything.
I'm sure, and I'm sure those people probably don't mind it as much. They were going to grind through this game anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, cool. So now you've given them a bit longer. And I guess there probably is, like I said, there's probably a solid side to it. But then when you bring in the microtransactions, it's not great. And then the always online is just like.
That's really the icing on the shit cake, man. Like always online. I mean, it's crazy because like I saw some people quoting stuff from like that E3 2013. Where like, you know, when Xbox had their thing, they showed the Xbox One, they're talking about, DRM always online and this and the other. And the infamous thing that the head of Xbox said, Don Matrick, he's like, if you want to do offline gaming, we have a product called the Xbox 360.
Facts.
Terrible thing to say to people that may be interested in the new product. But and then, Sony, like 2 hours later, it's only 2 hours later, they had their PlayStation E3 conference and they pretty much just say we're not doing that. Where you can always have offline games, you can use your used games wherever. It was the anti-Xbox thing, and it worked.
The anti-Xbox conference,
and it set everything since then, in my opinion. Like it's just that's how it's been for the most part.
But now you see them now. Like people don't understand. Maybe because people weren't paying attention to like the game industry at the time or whatever in that space. But we were engrossed in that shit at the time. So well, obviously still are, but from there, if you just see that moment, you understand why you have stuff like Game Pass Ultimate. You understand why you have some of these games come day one to Game Pass Ultimate. Like you understand why they have to do that because they really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. They pushed people to PlayStation. There were Xbox people who was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to PlayStation.
Push my ass to PlayStation. And they fucked up the Halo collection. I say it every time.
Yeah.
That was probably the hugest thing they fucked up on. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, I believe as of this point it's working again, but it's still just like, damn. I guess it's kind of like that rude awakening of like the always online aspect that some games can have. Like if one bad thing happens, you're just blocked out of this just brand new game you bought. Once you $70 on PlayStation 5, great graphics and options and photo mode and things like that. So yeah, just do better, Sony. Probably just toggle off that always online aspect, but I know you won't.
Not for this game.
Not for that game, for sure. Okay. Yeah. So let's kind of. Well,
you want me to just do the last little bit of bad news, sort of?
Yeah. Since you put it on there too.
Yeah. Let's just do a little Star Wars, little last bit of bad news. I know y'all used to draw getting us through console T, but I just got one little one here for us.
Yeah.
Well, before we get to the big thing, and then we'll all have stuff to say there. But Star Wars Eclipse, we got to see that last year, 2021. We got to see a little trailer. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just like a lot of like kind of random screenshots of different shit. And they were like, Star Wars Eclipse is going to be this game set in the High Republic. It's going to be made by Quantic Dreams. That's the studio that made Heavy Rain. And it's going to be in that same sort of style. So they were talking about this very immersive, story-driven, Star Wars game. You're going to build relationships and work your way through different stuff and all this, all this yada, yada, yada. Sounds great. Sounds amazing. Well, somehow they've come up and people have said, this game is delayed. It's not coming out anytime soon. People said it was going to be delayed till or probably around 2027, 2028. I don't really know where that came from, but we had a dev from Quantic Dreams come out and be like, well, there can't be a delay because we never gave y'all a release date. Right. Which is true. They did not put out a release date. They didn't even put out a release window. So why on earth how can we say this game was delayed? That being said, I also think the delay rumors were an exaggeration. I cannot see this game, like the High Republic stuff is ramping up now. They're putting out books, they're putting out comics, they're putting out all this High Republic stuff. This game is not going to take till 2028 to come out. It will not. Like it just won't. I just unless we have another pandemic or some crazy world event that happens. World War III looks like it's still be around the corner. If some shit like that happens, then okay, fine. Maybe we'll see something like that or even further. But as if things stay copacetic, this is not going to take them until 2028, bro. I would say by 2024, 2025, we'll see more of this game. And we'll probably look for a release by 2025, 2026 at the absolute latest, 4 years from now, at the absolute latest, I would think is when we'd see that. So to suggest that this game is now quote unquote delayed till 2028, I think it's just a little egregious. I just don't think it's going to come as soon as people might have been hoping when you got to see the initial teaser trailer type stuff. And that's just on the community's fault for jumping in, getting hype. And we haven't had anything as dope as Fallen Order in a while. So people are hyped. People are itching for information and looking for any little thing they have. People are looking for any little leaks, any little info they can get. And you get crazy rumors like this. I don't think that's realistic. I mean, if it dates till 2027 or 2028, then okay. What else can you do about it? You can be mad, but when it comes out, then you have to wait, play it, right? So, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I don't think it'll actually take that long. It's just rumors that came out. It's a disgruntled community. They want more games, and now they feel like this one isn't going to come out as quick as they wanted to. That's it. And I just, yeah. So it's not a big deal. The High Republic stuff is still relatively new. So how y'all thought this game would come out like this year or next year is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure they're still trying to build, kind of build that part of the universe. Yeah,
they're trying to just build the brain. They're probably still reading the stuff that's coming out to even understand, like, okay, maybe these are some of the more, high key characters or popular characters that we need to make sure are included in the game. There's so much because the High Republic hasn't fully been established. There's stuff out there, there's media out there, but it's not all fleshed out. There's no, there's no like Skywalkers and Boba Fett's, and there's none of that yet. You know what I mean? There's none of those characters to latch on to say when you play the game, like, oh, okay, this is a recognizable character, and I want to see how this character's story plays out, or I want to be friends with this character. There's none of that yet. So yeah, just give it some time. Give it some time. Let's get some more High Republic content in the shows, in the animated and the comics, novels. Let's get some more of that first, and then see, how the game forms. But yeah, it'd be kind of crazy for a game to come out and you really don't know any of the characters or anything that's kind of going on, and you're just hoping that you hear like a name that connects to the current Star Wars universe. Like, yeah, okay, bro, like, I mean, and there are plenty that you probably could just throw in there just as like recognizable names. Oh, this is an older Skywalker. This is an older this is an older that. But is that really what you want? I don't know. So, yeah, man, just let it build. Let it build how it does, man. It'll be fine.
Let that thing breathe.
Facts.
Big facts.
But yeah, that was all. That's all the Star Wars Eclipse stuff is. Just a little. The devs had to come out and give people a little pat. And just a little, hey, calm down, get your shit together, relax.
Yeah, set some expectations for sure. Oh man. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate that, Derek. Put a bow on that a little bit for Star Wars Eclipse. All right, so now to the fun stuff. The second to most fun stuff. All right, so Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the game that keeps selling for Nintendo. Nintendo finally,
complained about Grand Theft Auto.
Man, all right. There's people been complaining about this DLC as well. Just it's sad. It's very sad. But yeah, overall, yeah. So they dropped the first wave, 8 new tracks, which are like 5 tracks from the older Mario Karts, 3 from the mobile game Mario Kart Tour. They dropped, and they're out. Even if you don't have it and you have a friend that has, you can make them play it, and then so Derek, have you played on all of them? All 8 of them?
Played on all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Ran both cups twice.
Nice. Ian, have you?
I haven't had the pleasure of touching this DLC yet, man.
Then not the pleasure.
But you have the expansion pass, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's free, so yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's free.
Free. Yeah, I just haven't. I should be able to do it today after we get off.
Yes.
No, I mean it's all good if you've been busy and stuff. It's cool. It's gonna be there. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, they added 2 cups, 4 tracks, each as usual. Can't remember the name of the actual cups. I have to turn my game on to remember.
Luckily for me, I literally had it up. So
oh well, that's good. Yeah, my Switch is right here in my dock. I mean, I could just take another look at it too, but
Blue Yoshi game for those who okay, you can't really see it, but that's Blue Yoshi game.
Okay, the homie Yosh on the Legend of Zelda bike.
It is the Golden Dash Cup and the Lucky Cat Cup.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's cool. Yeah, I like those names. Okay, yeah. So the Golden Dash Cup, it has like Paris Promenade, which is like its name suggests, it's a Paris theme track. Actually, we're just gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna go through like it's some deep thing. How do you like the tracks, Derek?
I love them, man. They're all I think they're all they're familiar. They're similar, but they all feel better. They do feel upgraded. Genuinely, like they do feel like they've been boosted up. Like they've been made to be just better. I don't know how to say it other than this. Yeah, I do feel like they've been made to be a little better than they were before.
Yeah,
Choco Mountain is great, just like I remember it for the most part.
I'm not used. I mean, Choco Mountain, the track itself is the same as far as like the path you take, but like that first part, it's like an open cliff now. I'm not used to that because like before it was like a little weird valley type thing. And you had a little fog effect. I get it, but yeah. I really like it. I like the music they did for it. That's one thing I like the most about this, honestly. They got as I call it, the Mario Kart band. They got them out again. They're like, all right, we're back. The band's back together, and they making all new music. So that sounded great. They brought back the OG Coconut Mall from Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
That's fun to get back.
I loved it, man. And the I was surprised how they. I mean, I guess I'm not that surprised when I think about it now, but the Mario Tour courses are good. Like they're not.
Yeah, they are good. I never was like, oh, this is trash because it's in a mobile game. It was more like, I want to play those, but I'm not too big on the mobile game stuff.
Right.
Now I've seen videos of the track. I don't remember them vividly, but I know there's like there's of course a New York track. There's a LA track. There's like a Vancouver one. Things like there's a Sydney one. And I think there's more coming later. But yeah, I do want to race on those. Racing in like this is an actual close to an actual place in real life is always cool in racing games. And the thing I like about those tracks that I didn't really know they would do is like the layout for each lap can change, especially that final lap. Like it looks like for the Paris one, like when you go on that final lap, when you go to that little roundabout area, you have to like go a different direction, and then you kind of go backwards almost. Like the track kind of turns like the last lap is like a backwards type thing, and you're like flying more and stuff. That's really dope. I actually really like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, look, man, the tracks feel good. They feel great. And even still, they feel almost a little more challenging. I don't know. It probably is not. It's probably just in my head. Like I was telling you earlier, I've been playing a lot of Cruising Blast and other racing games in the meantime. So I got to kind of readjust to Mario Kart now and just like get back in the groove. I've like, but it feels good. It still feels good, even on 200cc where I'm getting my ass kicked right now still.
Oh man. I tried a couple of the tracks on 200cc and I was like,
I'll have that. All right.
No, man, I'm really not that good.
Come see me on 150.
I'll see you at 150.
I mean, I will. I'll dust you there too. That don't make really a difference. That's you making it easier.
You won't.
You making it easier.
But you won't though. It's okay.
Well, you gotta play them first. You gotta play them.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit that download. And
this conversation, man. We don't got it.
Go ahead and hit download. We can just put you right back in your place.
I'm just trying to situate it right now. I'm just making sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. My Switch can easily be set up to stream, bro. Like it's not a problem. Like, I can dust your ass on Twitch wherever you want to have it done. Like, it's fine.
Oh man.
I mean, just give me some time to readjust. All right.
Yeah. No, I mean, you gotta. I've
been playing Destiny this whole time. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Give you a month to get your shit together. It's fine.
Just remember how to play it.
You need a little longer. You need like 3. You need 3 months. How much?
I don't
You
need
need to wait till the next wave come out so you can
I
get.
probably just need a week.
Yeah,
Maybe a
okay.
day.
Yeah, sure.
Even a day, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Or-
playing off and on the past couple weeks
Must be
before I
a
go
day.
to bed.
Yeah, you just run a
Back
couple
in the
races every
day.
now and again.
Yeah, kind of dust the cobwebs off. Yeah,
You know, Cairo took over the TV, so I could just pull the switch off of the
there you go.
Yeah, I mean
There
that's
you
the main
go.
thing of the Switch, right? Handheld,
Play
yeah, it's
it,
fine.
Mario
There's
Kart.
nothing really stopping you.
Nothing really stops.
Yeah, nothing at all.
just making sure that he don't kill himself while I'm playing the game. Yeah.
No, yeah, don't worry about that. He's fine. He knows what you're doing. I'm sure he's very self-sufficient. He
And look back and
He
be like,
actually isn't. Actually.
no, yeah.
Actually isn't.
Okay.
he's still working
Don't
on
come in here and tell me the truth, nigga. We're talking
Never been
about.
further from the truth.
it.
We are talking about you ducking the smoke. That's what we're talking about. I don't care about the truth right now.
Bruh. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what you need. As soon as you download that in, what you need to do, go straight to the Lucky Cat Cup, that second one, and go to Ninja Hideaway. Just practice.
Go straight to Ninja Hideaway, yeah, because that's where we're gonna dust you at.
That's the high. Well, that too, but that's the highlight. That's the best track of all these. Even though I have even though I love Coconut Mall, I love Shroom Ridge from back in the day. This Ninja Hideaway track is different, bro. It's different. It's got all these levels and all these.
It's that crack. It's
just that shit is great.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm glad they put it in here in the beginning.
Facts. That to be one of in the first wave, they was like, all right, man, we're gonna show them this is kind of worth it.
They popped off. They're like, yeah, y'all been missing this one. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
I'm be on Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's still good. Still good. It's still good.
Need to platinum all the other trophies anyway. So
that's true. There's a couple I haven't done on 200 yet that I need to get to. So
I don't think I
You
I
know
know
about
about
that,
on two. I wouldn't know anything about
I need to do it on
all
200.
mine are on 150.
yeah.
And Mirror. Don't forget Mirror.
No, he's not playing no mirrors. Look at him, bro. Come on.
I what mirror is 150, so whatever.
He's scared
But
of
everything
mirrors,
is flipped. It's different. You think you're gonna make a left? No,
I always
you
go
gotta make
back
a
and
right.
do mirror, man. I always go back and do mirror.
I usually do
So-
too. I don't think I've done 200 on the Switch one.
I only do 200, and when you clear them on 200, it clear on all the other ones. I don't gotta go do 50. Ian be working his way up. Let me learn on the 50cc. Okay.
I'm glad he did that too, because that was so tedious back in the day.
Facts to do
Even-
clear them on every stage.
That's how the original Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8 was. Yeah, you did that to unlock certain stuff. Now, just like if you do 150, you clear the others. Thank you for recognizing I know how to play the damn game.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know what is cool? The fact that with some of these tracks as they come out and stuff, especially like the N64 tracks, you can just go like obviously because you have the expansion pass or you bought the DLC or whatever.
Oh
You
yeah.
can go to the N64 and and you can go and just like compare. I went and did the Choco Mountain on N64 just to see what oh okay, I see where the differences are. I see how it feels like a little different, but it's better. It's just cool to be able to make those
It's cool.
that real comparison right on the console yourself. So yeah, no, they did a good job. They did a good job. And this is what we asked for. Stuff like this is what we asked for when we got the expansion pass. The expansion pass should include stuff like this. And I still think they should get to giving us a game or two here or there. But
yeah, I think they do. Yeah, I would. I think they'll do that. I think they'll do something like that because for the regular servers, we've seen them do like the Tetris 99. They did that Super Mario 35. And they took it away. Nintendo.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But then they have the Pac-Man 99. So they have those little games here and there. But yeah, they should probably put in like its own game on that.
Yeah, I want to see them do that. I want to see them do that, man. Throw that Kirby on there for me. They're never doing that. But
man, they have to sound like another Wii U where they like, please, like when they give away games. That's literally what they did.
They'd have to really fuck it up, but they're not doing that. They're not
fucking up like that now. Yeah, man, it'll be nice. But yeah, Kirby missed this week. Yeah, but yeah, I like all the tracks. Some of them are short, and I remember them. Like that Sky Garden one.
Yeah, that was way shorter than I expected. I was like, oh, this is kind of a short track.
It's very short. Yeah, because like I remember that one on Mario Kart DS, but they brought that one back from the Game Boy Advance one. I never played that one. No. I didn't know about that one. Actually, I didn't know about that one until the DS one, where I was like, there was a GBA one. I looked it up and I was like, oh shit, it looks like the Super Nintendo one, but Nintendo 64 type looking stuff. But But yeah, overall, it's good. I could tell like a lot. I mean, most of these, most of these tracks outside like Ninja Hideaway, I guess, are kind of like that introductory, like first level or first couple level type thing. They're all pretty straightforward tracks, but they're cool to race through. So there's gonna be 5 more waves. What I'm gonna guess they're gonna do is gonna go into the end of next year. I'm gonna guess they're gonna do a trailer at each of their main directs, and then it's gonna release the following month. Like I'm expecting in June for their E3 or summer direct, they're gonna announce the next wave of 8, and then it's gonna release in July and then fall, blah blah. I think that's one thing they're gonna do. It's easy. It's like another kind of sort of Super Smash Brothers, who's gonna be the next fighter type thing. Those tracks.
Facts.
So,
Facts. I'm down. I'm here for it though.
I am too. I wanted more tracks, and they're only $25 for 48.
That's what I'm saying. Even if you didn't have the expansion pass, that's not a bad price for it. I know people wanted a new game and all that kind of stuff.
They're gonna make the new game taking time.
But yeah, and I hope that whatever we get with the next Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart Anniversary or whatever they want to call it eventually, like I hope that they, really give us like something different with that, which I know they've said they're working on something new.
They have to, because this game keeps selling well. It's gonna be very high expectation.
But this is great for a game. Chances are you already own, or somebody own, and $25 for 48 more tracks is crazy.
And like it doubles the game as it came on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's
and you can
48
see
tracks.
And that's the thing that's cool is you can see
the cups, right?
You can see all the cups already. So you see it's like the Golden Dash and the Lucky Cat Cup we already have, but then they have the Turnip Cup, the Propeller Cup, the Rock Cup, the Moon Cup, Spiny Cup, Acorn Cup, Cherry Cup, Feather Cup.
That Spiny Cup, that threw me for a loop because we all just call it the blue shell, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo does technically call that the Spiny shell. They literally do call it that. Yeah. And then I never remember that until like this thing where they have it there and they're like, yeah, it's that. Because when I got Mario Kart 64 later on when I was a kid, I didn't have it immediately. I think I got like a year or two after other kids in the neighborhood. But it came with the instruction booklet. And I used to read the instruction booklets a lot because I couldn't play the game all the time. Parents were like, no, you gotta do schoolwork and shit like that. So I would just read instruction booklets all the time, all the games I had. And they had the one for all the items, and that one was called the Spiny Shell. So that was interesting. So, but yeah, I really one thing I do hope they do is they like have a cup that's nothing but like old Rainbow Road. Like just throw a bunch of Rainbow Roads in the game.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
That'd be dope. Because we already got like what 3
the Rainbow Cup.
We have 3. Is there 3 already? Yeah,
there's 3 already. So yeah, just throw 4 more. I don't like just do whatever. Throw and
give us a new Rainbow Road track that's just even crazier and just.
Oh man!
Imagine a Rainbow Road, but that's just even crazier. Like add in some of that Ninja Hideaway type shit, and just I
can only imagine, man.
Yeah, Ninja Hideaway really kind of raises the bar for me because now anytime they put out a track, I'm like, well, obviously if they're older tracks, then cool. But when it's a track like Ninja Hideaway, I'm gonna be looking like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing now, man?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta check out how them other tour tracks look again. Yeah, there's videos on these, but I always forget how the layouts are. I just remember some of the music. But yeah, great fun. Cool to have Mario Kart back in the Switch again for like regularly for the first time in years for me. So I'll be playing it off and on. We need to get some races in as well.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. We'll get a couple races in here or there. We'll find some time whenever Ian gets up to speed. Or I guess whenever we go down to speed, because we got to go down to 150, right?
We got to go down.
You thought I was going to keep getting my shit off?
And it's like, I'm sick of y'all, goddammit. Just hurry up to the Hogwarts section.
Draw gave me the sauce to using the big character, so now I'm gonna be practicing.
Yeah, that's a sauce. I mean, you're in the window.
I think Ian be about
when I play the
Mario
game,
Kart build videos and shit.
When I play the game, it's Luigi Kart 8.
Yeah,
it's Luigi Kart 8 when I play the game.
Hey, just know, in whatever YouTube nigga help you build the best Bowser character, that's cool. Just know I'm using my original Yoshi the way I put them together myself. I picked everything.
That's your justification for loss.
No, I'm not gonna lose. That's the
Feel
thing.
better.
That's the thing. I'm not gonna lose.
Better,
I'm not gonna lose, bro. I'm not gonna lose. That's the thing. I'm not worried about it.
You get through
Blue Yoshi don't know what second place look like, bro. He don't even.
Oh, okay.
Blue Yoshi don't. He don't.
So
He's not used to that.
So you think he knows what last place is?
No, excuse me.
You only know what the dust looks like.
He only know what first look like. That nigga only know how to sit on top of the podium. He'd be confused if he got to sit at second or third. He don't know. He'd be like, "Yo, what is this?"
Okay.
We don't do that here.
Okay. Let's match up to my boy Luigi. Let's see what happens.
We gonna see.
I don't want y'all cheating, pulling out 2 blue shells back to back, bills left and right. Right. That's happened. It pissed me off.
Oh no, we all been there.
Oh, bro. But yeah. New tracks are great. Music's great. Just need more until just release them all now. Honestly, like fuck the
fuck these waves.
Time.
Yeah, I know why they're doing it, but fuck it, just release it now. But all right, and of course, did y'all have anything to report new in like Destiny this year? Y'all want to wait till y'all go through like a Nightfall or something like that?
Oh, not really, man. We just been playing Destiny a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
you know, Ian got me into this shit.
Into the swing, man.
We've been kind of, we've been catching up a couple nights here and there, running some missions, running some. Actually, we're stuck in a story. Well, I am. I haven't beaten the story mission.
Honestly, God, Derek, I think you should
just do it solo.
I think it might be easier.
I would try it. I haven't tried it in a while. I haven't even tried it. So I just been like, I'll wait till Ian get back on to keep going. But it might be easier by myself.
A lot of people are saying that doing the missions with groups of people, it just makes it ridiculously harder.
Yeah, because
you got to keep everybody alive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the mission sucks.
I'm guessing like when you have more people in your strike team or whatever, they up the difficulty, right?
Yeah, they up the difficulty, and on top of that, if anyone, you get like revive tokens.
Yeah.
And you only get 1 revive token
per person,
per player. So if that one person dies, you have a timer to revive them. If that timer runs out, then the whole mission gets, failed. You all die.
Okay.
And if, of course, if that person dies again, then you can't revive them. And, so it's really a matter of keeping everybody alive when you have and when you're by yourself, you don't have to worry about that. You just got
anybody else being alive, you just keep alive.
So muscle everything.
Run away, runaways,
survive. Sit in a corner somewhere. And
hey man, a win is a win, no matter the strat.
Oh no, trust me, Destiny is definitely
we beyond pride at this point.
Guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare is fine. Hit and run.
Facts.
Fine.
Facts.
I've been there.
Derek found a freaking cliff on a ledge on the top of this building. I didn't know it was there when I first did the mission.
That's the best shit. When you find some unattended area that you're like, oh, I got the perfect vantage. You got the ops on them. Hey man, that's great.
Nobody comes up there. You just take them out from the top.
You got to dodge a couple hits here and there, but you good. Like man. No, Destiny is fun again. I feel like I'm invested more again. I went and got the DLC. I got the DLC. I got the Witch Queen DLC. Even though it seemed like it was trying to let me play the whole story by myself anyway. It was trying to let me play through the story anyway. But I went and got DLC. I even folded and got the season pass because I wanted the stuff. So much stuff there. I wanted it.
Also, they definitely lock away a lot of stuff away from you if you don't get the season pass. Which is
There's a lot of like
it's free to play, so I expect that, right? It's free to play now, so I kind of expect that.
Yeah, but the pass is only $10, so it's not like you're killing yourself. But
I mean, how much is it in total to get the latest shit? Or I forgot.
It depends on what you already have, I guess. Because if you don't have like the shadow keep and all that, I don't know how it all ties together, but if you have, let's say you have all the past Destiny shit, it'll cost you $50 because it's 40 for Witch Queen and then 10 for the season pass.
Okay.
So 50 is what it'll run you if you have everything from before, which I did. Well, except for like one thing I didn't have. that I didn't really have to do, but I think I got it anyway, and it was even cheaper. I see. I can't even remember everything but basically, if you go into the Eververse store on Destiny, and you can look in there, it'll show you what you own, what you don't own, and then you can just click from that to see what it all costs. And then you can go buy it that way. I don't know if there's any cheaper ways of doing it outside of that, unless you have. I mean, I know like I bought it using Cash App, so Cash App has a generic PlayStation boost you can put on your card, and you can get a little 5% back or whatever on purchases on PlayStation and stuff like that. Actually, they have the same thing for Xbox as well, for any of the Xbox gamers out there. So sometimes I'll just like put money on Cash App just to buy the PlayStation stuff, just because I'll save myself that little $1 or $2 here or there. And also if you're buying the more expensive shit, like when you buy those $70 games and it was or $100 deluxe, whatever,
$7 off.
Yeah, you're gonna cut a little bit off of that. So, yeah. And don't get me wrong, it's not like life changing, but it's money back in your pocket. So why not? Unless you've been screwed by Cash App, then I understand why you don't maybe not want to use it, but. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's fun again. It feels more streamlined. It definitely feels like I know more of what I need to be doing. Whereas before, I felt like there was just so much jumbled quest and blah, blah, blah that I was just like, bro, I just don't even know what the fuck to do. So I'm just overwhelmed by everything they put on the screen. But now I feel like it's been reduced a bit. Also, we're a couple seasons on where a lot of these old quests and shit I had before just aren't relevant anymore. So I've deleted a lot of it, cleaned it up a bit. And now I feel more, streamlined, straightforward. I know what to do. I know the activities to do to, get more gear, and it's all right. It's fine. So yeah, definitely enjoying Destiny again. Like I said, me and Ian been playing. We get on every now and again whenever Ian can sneak away from being the father dad. But yeah, man, it's a good time. It's definitely a good time.
Bet. Glad to hear it. All right. You've made it. We made it. Ravenclaw's representing. Gryffindor's representing.
Slytherin's representing.
I mean, color-wise, yeah, but I don't align with that. I don't. I just put this on because it was cold, and I kind of bummed. But yeah, I guess I will. Eric always saying I'm the Hufflepuff.
I've been consistent. I've been saying this for years, Draw. This isn't something I came up with the last couple of days or
like 11, 12.
I've been saying 12, this since like 2010. So 12
years.
We here. Yeah, just accept it, bro. It's okay. Them your fault.
I'm more willing to accept it now because it actually has potential to be worthwhile and cool outside of being a whack-ass badger, one.
Nah, badgers ain't whack. Come on. Honey badger don't. Come on, man. Honey badger don't give a fuck.
Badgers are not whack, but how they always depicted them in the books and I guess movie, that's whack. It's just because in comparison, you have a lion, always cool. A snake, could be sinister, but always cool. The eagle, we don't recognize the other bird that they put on their merch, but an eagle, a bronze eagle at that, or is it ball? Actually, we're just gonna say eagle because I don't remember. A badger?
It's bronze.
It's bronze.
We'll talk about
bronze?
that. We'll talk about that too.
Oh, it is bronze.
It's supposed to be bronze.
My first was correct. All right. A badger? At least make it like a bear, a different type of bear or something.
Hey man, honey badgers are menacing.
Menacing as fuck. You ain't played Far Cry if you don't know. If a badger, if you play some Far Cry, they
fuck you up.
You'll learn your lesson about a damn badger.
They sure don't show that in the series, but at least
that's
maybe
because the author is an idiot.
The author is an idiot.
Can we just start there? Let's just get that out the way. Look, man. Well, nobody supports J.K. Rowling. Nobody with her as far as her views on the LGBT. Well, that's not even a thing. It's not even her views on the LGBT community. She has a specific agenda against trans women.
Yeah,
correct.
It is a problem. She is, and the thing is, I think it's very similar to like the Kanye thing. She's somebody who was told her series, she got, the famous story of like 13 different editors told her no, and then she finally got it, and now it's it's one of the biggest series in the world. Same thing with Kanye. He's walking around playing all these amazing records, and niggas is like, fam, whatever. I get it. I get why you reach a point you go, yo, I'm rich as fuck. Nobody can tell me shit. I'm gonna say whatever I want, however I feel. I get how they get to that mentality. It's just what comes out of their mouth sometimes just becomes ignorance and stupidity. I don't know how to address it because for a lot of people, me included, this is the type of Harry Potter game that I've waited on my whole life. This is what I was expecting the Harry Potter games to almost kind of be when I was a kid. And instead we got these terrible movie video game following.
Put some respect on the Chamber of Secrets game.
The Chamber of Secrets game is good.
That was a fire blockbuster rental game. Fire.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Chamber of Secrets is a decent one.
That's the Sorcerer's Stone as well.
Okay. I think the first few were decent.
Yeah.
Then after that, they became.
Yeah, you could tell they were trying a little bit more.
Wand spell casting.
Yeah, but also think of when you played those games. Like, go play them. They don't hold up that well. That's my issue.
They probably don't. They probably don't.
They definitely
Chamber of Secrets is okay. That's probably one of the ones that people say they play a little more, but they're and don't get me wrong. I'm a sucker for the Harry Potter Lego games. I've played every single one, and I've played them on every console I've ever owned. I'm pretty sure. I think the PS.
I never got to play that one.
Not even
Quidditch World Cup.
I never got to play Quidditch World Cup.
Crap.
All right, bro. Just come to the house. We got it. I got Quidditch World Cup on the PS2.
All right, bet.
Come to the crib, bro. We have a Quidditch World Cup tournament. Come to the crib, bro. I got.
My only gripe with the game is we'll get to it, but that is a big missed opportunity. That being online.
We'll get to it as well. But I have a thought about Quidditch with this game. I have a thought.
Yeah, I do too. I'm interested.
I think we're probably on the same page.
I think we are on the same page. But I have a theory about that as well. But obviously, look, guys, the point is nobody agrees with J.K. Rowling. She's on her own. As far as us, there are people out there who do agree with her. But I don't. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. At the same time, I don't want to deny myself what could be a very great game, an amazing experience, because the original creator of the IP has developed into this asshole. I remember when Harry Potter, especially on the internet, early days in the forums, you couldn't help interacting with the LGBT community as a Harry Potter fan. They are some of the biggest supporters of this. So I understand the people who, hear her words and are hurt by her words and say, I don't want to play this because it does support her in some way and all of that. I do fully understand that. I'm also not going to be the person who sits here and tells everybody, you're also a terrible person if you buy this game. I'm not going to do that. Some people will choose. Not some people. Everybody picks and chooses when they want to separate the art from the artist. Everybody. Yeah. Some people did it with Tory Lanez. Some people didn't. Some people do it right now with R. Kelly still. Some people don't. Some of y'all are doing it with Trey Songz and Chris Brown. Yeah. And there's no issues. No issues. No one's saying, you're a terrible person because you still like that Trey Songz record. So to put this campaign out that makes it seem like if you still want to play this game, if you're still going to find a way to enjoy this game, that you're a terrible person too, and you're supporting her message. No, I'm not. She's already a billionaire. She can already say
she's
whatever
already
she wants to
paid.
We already gave her that money, and we did it when
we already gave her the money,
and we did it when we didn't know that she had these crazy views.
Right.
She seemed like an ally, and honestly, in her head, she might feel like she is. But this shit she's saying, nobody wants to hear her support that bullshit. No, shut the fuck up. Let people live their lives. She don't feel the same. It sucks. She is going to make some money because it is her IP. As at the end of the day, is the way it works. Yeah, I'm not going to let that. I'm still going to play the game. Honestly, I have a digital PS5, so I don't even have an option to go get a used game. Yeah, so there's no used option for me. There's no used digital code that I can go get for cheaper off somebody else. So unless somebody else is going to go buy a code, not redeem it, and then sell it to me for cheaper, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that's not realistic.
It just doesn't make sense. So look, I say it like this. You can outwardly denounce J.K. Rowling. We can speak up on not agreeing with her views. We can clown her for all the stupid shit she likes to say. Honestly, some of her shit comes off as just trolling nowadays. So she named herself like she who cannot be named or something like that or something. Again, all types of silly shit she's doing to rile people up and whatever. It's dumb. Nobody supports that. Yeah. You got to make whatever decision you want for yourself. Don't let people on the internet bully you into not playing a game or not enjoying something. But if you personally feel like, I can't do it, then don't do it. And that's fine. But don't also try to villainize anybody who does play this game as I am supporting her discrimination of you. And that's what I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like. We can all talk about it. We can all denounce her, but to make it seem like anybody who plays this game supports the discrimination or generalizations or any negative word about trans women. No, that's not the case. That's not what's happening. And I'm not going to let the internet make me believe that I'm doing that because I want to play a game. I'm not doing that, because if that was the case, we got a lot of games to talk about. A lot of games, a lot.
Nobody is
nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe. No one's absolved from this type of thing. There's a lot of issues. There's just a lot. And like Derek's, like you said, Derek, and we all have a line we pick and choose for our creators or mediums, our series IPs we like, follow, etc. I've definitely thought about it since the review. They announced the state of play that had the showcase, and since then, and my whole stance of it is still the same as like you said, Derek, and it's always been this since I found out she's a TERF and is totally against the LGBTQ community. That's disgusting. Don't support it. Support that community. But like you said as well, Derek, and I feel similarly. This has definitely been one of those dream games talked about just like since I was a kid, since like middle school, high school. Like, oh man, what if they can make a huge scale where you're like make your own Witcher wizard or character, and you learn. And I mean, so
you could do.
I don't like. She already got her money. Warner Brothers, the publisher, they already, they've paid, they paid for the license. And I'm sure for each soldier, a portion's going to go to her. It is what it is. But like you said, she's already rich. She's already made most of her money off of the books and then the original movie run. So it's fine. It's good to look up the creator, look up her views, make your decision, and keep it moving. Because I guarantee you, while it may on the internet, I feel like that the type of nuance leaves the internet where it's just you type one thing and then that's it. Like vast majority of people are either they're not going to know anything about her views and stuff unless somebody that like us or someone else tells them about it. And B, even if they do continue until this holiday when it releases, they're going to get the game because if it continues to look good, they're excited to get the game, make their own character, and do a lot of cadavers to poor motherfuckers on the streets. Like that's really what most people want to do. That's really it. So I will get the game as well. I'm still thinking about the used aspect or not, because then I think based off how the studio Avalanche showed in that trailer, and I'm gonna follow them as we get along to release. They weren't saying, "Oh, we made this because we love J.K. Rowling." I don't think they said anything like that in the whole thing. They said because we enjoy this world that we've grown to love over all the years by the various forms of media that have occurred. So
they have pushed back on a lot of what she's been saying.
They have. And in addition to, I'll bring up one other thing. There was a person that I think it was the past year and a half or so that was found that he was like one of the leading directors on the Avalanche, I would say. And some people found out that he had like a whole YouTube channel against like that community and all sorts of alt-right views and Gamergate, so all the bad things basically.
Yep.
And then once Warner Bros. Caught wind, they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, this could actually become a tidal wave of people not buying our huge Hogwarts game that we put millions and millions of dollars in." So they did the right thing,
got rid of him.
And got rid of his ass. And since then, as far as we know, no other issues regarding people on the staff so far. Yeah. Now, but yeah, as what we're talking about in this podcast, again, I'm still excited and interested in the game. I will get it this year, and excited that we're going to talk about it with y'all too. So,
the only thing I'll say is the FAQ on the website could use her name a little less. Like there's a lot of questions where they keep putting it in, and it's like, yo, we know who created the world. We know. Like, okay, you said it one time, because there's a big question on here. It's like, what is J.K. Rowling's involvement with the game?
Oh, right. That is
it's a new story from J.K. Rowling. And they basically say each experience offered under Portkey Games, which is WB's brand for the Harry Potter games, will take place in the Wizarding World and will be authentic to it. J.K. Rowling is supportive of Portkey Games because she sold them the license. She sold Warner Brothers the license, so she doesn't have a choice. And has entrusted the design and creation of the games to Warner Brothers games and developers involved. Also, you entrusted the Ravenclaw symbol to them and they fucked that up, but whatever. Her team have also collaborated with Warner Brother Games on all aspects of Hogwarts Legacy to ensure it remains a true part of the Wizarding World experience and is in line with the creativity and magic that fans expect. The story showcases in the game is not a new story from J.K. Rowling. So the idea is that while people that have worked on Harry Potter movies, other games, stuff like that, they may have come in and been like, yo, this is how you can make the castle look like this, or this is how you can make this, animal look like this, or this creature like that. I think that there was obviously some sort of collaboration, but to say J.K. Rowling was in the writing room every day and putting the story together, and you think she might have put any of her biases into it, not really. I don't. At least it doesn't seem that way. But they do, like, if you keep reading through a lot of these questions, they kind of just keep mentioning her name, and it's like, yo, stop using her name that much. It makes wrote it, but just
it makes me wonder if that's like a part of, I don't know, like I don't know if it's just like kind of a vanity that some creators can have when they're part of a project or something. They have to, if there's a Q&A of some sort or anything, how they're trying to market the game, basically how they're trying to market the game. Do the person that licenses it out, allows them to use it, do they say, oh, you got to name whenever you're talking about a reference to this world or something? I'm curious if it's something like that. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
or if it's like just on their marketing being a little, like you said, too on the nose with her name because of it.
Yeah, also, how many people are going to read this FAQ? I don't know. Obviously, like, we're invested. We do a podcast, so I went looking for information. I found the FAQ, went reading through it. So obviously, yeah, I've read this. But how many people out there, most people saw that trailer, said, oh, that looks cool, or no, I'm not going to support it because it's J.K. Rowling or Harry Potter. And, most people just went on and said whatever and moved on. But to, this stuff, I don't know how many people are going to, diving through this, but, it is what it is. So, yeah, we just want to make that clear, man. We're not sitting here saying that we don't care about what she said. We're not sitting here saying that, we don't think it affects people or anything like that. But to believe that buying this game is directly like donating to harm against trans women or something like that, I just don't think, I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's true. I don't think it gives Rowling any more of a voice. It doesn't. She already has it. She can do and say whatever she wants. You could just block her. We're not buying her new book that she wrote or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, no. Like, this is something that's licensed out already. She she's not, it's not like she's sitting in there writing the story. So, and while we're on this, there's also another issue that people kind of jump to. This to me feels more like jumping to conclusions, but a lot of people were saying the goblins in this game are anti-Semitic because
how did they get that from that 20-something minute long thing?
Well, some people also feel like the goblins were made to look a little anti-Semitic in Harry Potter, which, like in the books, which is, I don't know. I don't know. To me, I don't look at it that way. But if you look at it, people will say the long noses, and then they're apparently, they're greedy for money.
I don't think
that's the case.
I think some are looking into what they are wanting to see. Because
yes,
goblins are generally depicted like that, kind of being like these kind of mangly, ugly looking characters.
And there's different versions of them. They don't all look the same.
Yeah.
But it's just another narrative that I've seen pop up. Nobody's anti-Semitic, bro. Nobody's doing that, bro.
I'm definitely not.
But I'm just telling you the stuff I'm seeing as more of this game comes out. Like, we're going to see some of this stuff ramp up to make it feel like you're a bad person for playing this.
They're just trying to find reasons, man.
Well,
they gotta find
at this point, hands up. I'm just gonna. I once thought about muting the stuff on Twitter, but I thought, no, that's not a good idea. I'll keep tabs on everything regarding.
Yeah, I want to see the narratives,
all angles, all narratives. I want to see what's going on up to release.
I will say that's the beauty of not being on social media. I can enjoy this game whenever it comes out.
That's true. That is true.
Not think about any of that stuff. Well, we'll keep telling you, but
we'll remind you.
Now, so my head, now I'm going to be looking at the goblins crazy.
And the counter argument to the goblins thing is you don't know what the story is. Yes, it's being seen as the quote unquote bad group right now, but they also said the bad group, the villains aren't just goblins. They literally and they
said that the goblins were aligning with this
evil wizards and witches, dark wizards. There's other people that are involved in it as well. It's not just goblins. They play a part in it for them. And that doesn't mean every goblin is in the evil quote unquote group. And the way the game seems to be built, you may have the choice at the end to be like, nah, the goblins is right. Fuck these niggas. Like you seem like you could, I don't know if it will really go that far, but that seems like a possibility as well. So can y'all hear that in my background?
No.
Now that you're not talking, I can hear it.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off. So I'm just going to. Intermission
will arise
with the guy.
I got a flag for that. All
right.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, you don't know how the story will actually play out. We haven't played it. We don't know the story yet. So let's see where it goes before we jump and say it's depicting this people this way or that way, because black people depicted in crazy ways in a lot of games, and I don't remember this much push to not play the game. Like I remember a lot of people saying, "No, it's not meant like that. You're sensitive." I remember being called that a lot when we was arguing for a lot of black people and shit. Actually, it's a whole game right now that's mad popular, and you can't even make an accurate black character in it, right? Elden Ring. Okay, so I just and that game is wildly popular, and I don't see anybody being really that upset other than black people. And then we're being told we're sensitive. That's just not how they make games, and it's from South, and this is what we're used to. So I don't see.
That's basically them saying stop trying to find. Stop looking to have more inclusivity with things in games. Stop.
I don't see a big push for people to cancel that game and not play it. I see nothing but praise, and I don't know how well you can make other characters of other ethnicities in that game. It don't really seem like really done it anyway.
White man.
You can just tan some people.
You can, but it's like black. Like John made a darker skinned character, and depending on the lighting in some areas, it looked like as black as those drapes you have behind you, or it can be as black as like Ian's actual skin tone. And it's like, because I saw it watching the stream, I'm like, why does your character look like that, John? Whatever, bro. You here to kill these dragons and shit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like at some point, it's either you're going to enjoy the game and play it or not. And I'm not sitting here trying to like put pressure on Elden Ring or anything like that. Do whatever you want over there, that studio. But for people who are playing Elden Ring and saying that's great. And that's the thing with a lot of these kids on social media. So we got to remember social media, we're old now. We're not the ones that are kind of controlling social media as much anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of us still on social media because it started with us. You know what I'm saying? Like these kids can never bully me off Twitter. I started Twitter. Like I can suck my dick. But these kids are on Twitter heavy, and a lot of them just don't have nuance. A lot of them are just, they've grown up in this cancel culture list. We got to jump on every single thing. And at some point, if you start looking into everything and canceling anything, you're going to be just sitting at home. You're not going to be able to work for that company. You're not going to be able to go to that school. You're not going to be able to just sit at home. Don't do nothing else because everything is fucked up. Welcome to America. So I'm not, and that's not making an excuse for anything, but make your own decisions. Okay, let's have fun. Let's talk about the game. Let's
do it. We talked about the important ugly stuff, and now let's get into the actual fun stuff of the game itself.
Facts.
And I am flagging every timestamp here. Okay. Man, Derek, go ahead, man. I feel like you gotta do it, man. It wouldn't be right if I start talking about this, man. I mean, we've all been excited, but I feel like this is it for you. This is it for all of us, but
this
for you
is
especially.
Look at all.
Especially with the Ravenclaw. Yeah,
this is my shit. Look, man, this is what I've asked for forever. An open world wizarding game. You get to learn different spells, different play styles. You get to, look, man, they did what we wanted, what we've always asked for. We'll get a couple notes out the way. They confirmed there's no microtransactions in this game. There's not going to be not one, nothing. You buy the game, you play the full game. That's it. No microtransactions.
I can't buy no new drip, man.
Nah, no speeding up. No
You gotta play the game to get the drip, bro.
Find your drip.
You gotta
find
There might be plenty of drip at the stores and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Go to Hogsmeade, get you a little.
Hogsmeade's about to have the best drip. Watch once you unlock it, like after I don't know, 15 hours, 20 hours or some shit.
Get the Hogsmeade, boy. We going out there. They gonna have all the crazy shit. So I'm interested to see how that goes. So no microtransaction. That's amazing. They confirm also that your house can be chosen. So there's not like a little wizarding quiz or anything that sorts you into the best house. At least they haven't said anything like that yet. Saying your house can be chosen suggests that you can just make a direct choice and they're not going to push you through a whole test and then you end up in a house that you don't want to be in. And then now you restarting the game 10 times because you can't figure out how to get into Ravenclaw or Slytherin.
You have 4 different game saves clogging up your space. That's 300 gigs on the SSD.
Yeah, none of that. Just
every house.
Yeah, just go. I mean, I probably will just to see like any little secrets and stuff.
You can have my bad. No, go ahead. If you can have the 99 save files or whatever, then you might mess around.
Oh, I'm definitely, All I need is 4. Let me 4. Let me start a character in each house. I will do that because I'm that person. Like I went on Pottermore when Pottermore came out. I think I never got the 4th account, but I had 3 because I wanted to learn. I wanted to see all the little house stuff that came out. I wanted to read the Slytherin letters. I wanted to see what it looked like. I wanted to read obviously I got the Ravenclaw one. I don't ever have to. I ain't never took a test and got nothing but Ravenclaw. The closest I've got to anything else was a Gryffindor Ravenclaw hat stall at one point. I might have got a Ravenclaw Slytherin one too, but that was on like some third-party site or whatever. It was,
I got it.
Pottermore.
Slytherin on my end.
Net.
Pottermore.net.
Oh yeah, Ian a Gryffindor Slytherin type ass nigga, man. Y'all know that because you saw what was it last week? He said he'd sue me, or the other week he was saying he'd sue me. You know,
I think a Gryffindor would sue you for the.
Nah.
I think
it's supposed to be brave,
correct.
Bro. Yeah, they're morally I should see.
Be good friends, man.
Claim my shit.
Niggas don't care.
We cool. We friends. Cool, man.
But nah, man. Yeah. So that's cool on the house choosing. No pressure on you for that. And the other big one is no multiplayer. There's no multiplayer in this game. It's a single player experience. We will double back to that. But right now, there's no.
I don't believe them. They're lying.
I don't believe them either. I don't believe them.
They're lying.
None of us believe them. They will. I don't think it will be at release, but I think they will add it. We'll double back to some of that stuff they'll add, but that is. I don't think. We don't believe them.
Did they say
glad
we're on the same
page. No, no. It just says if you read the FAQ, it says. I'll actually find it for you real quick. It says, "Will the game be?" Multiplayer. Let me see. I just right here somewhere. It's one bit earlier. Yeah, does Hogwarts Legacy have online or co-op gameplay? Hogwarts Legacy is a single player experience and does not have online or co-op gameplay. Very simple. They very straight up. They didn't dive into it. They didn't say at launch or anything like that. They said just will not have it.
Man,
I still think they're lying.
Man, I'm like designed to be a online.
I should have an online mode somewhere you can go do.
I'm calling this now. We gotta double back on this episode in the year or something. Next year, they're gonna release a separate expansion, something along the lines of Hogwarts Legacy Quidditch World Cup. They're gonna put all the online in Quidditch. It's gonna be a separate download, like how Ghost of Tsushima has that Legends mode or whatever.
Oh, I'll take that.
I will take that.
I'm calling it right.
Or a PvP.
I believe
or something.
I agree.
PvP.
I think they're good. I think it'll be 2. I agree with Gerard. I think they will release Quidditch separately as like a separate DLC download for the game. But I also think that they will release like a PvP mode that's just attached to the game that you can just a dueling mode that you can just go duel. I don't think it'll be a separate download. It depends on how they want to do it, how deep they want to make it. But I think they'll just add it in like, okay, we let people enjoy. I think they just want people to immerse in the experience. Play this game, play this story we made, go through that alone. You guys got that? Everybody's cool with that? Everybody's down? Everybody understands the mechanics? Great. You understand how to fly? You understand that? Great. Now here's the shit. Like, let's go. Like, I has to. It has to.
I want this to be a living, game. Like I want this shit to be
right.
What's the word that they call them?
What you think?
A growing game? Not growing.
Live update.
Oh, like yeah. I get what you're saying though. Like Destiny. You want it
like
to
Destiny.
Be... I don't want it to.
Maybe.
I just don't want it to be that needy of me to always be playing to keep up. But I do want to be able, like, I think Quidditch World Cup should just be Quidditch World. That's why I think a separate DLC is perfect, right? Yeah. I don't want to have to keep coming back to get the new broomsticks or whatever. I want it to be like, yo, we have, like, it should be like, Quidditch World Cup should just be like FIFA. Like, yo, we get on here, I can play by myself, but I can also hop on and play with some friends. We want to play against each other. We could do this. Like, it should just be a game mode. It should be a sports game. And we're just playing Quidditch. Like, it doesn't have to be this, yeah, but you have to play the game. And if you play the story and then you find this special broom, then you can go into the Quidditch. And then I don't want to do all that. I don't need another grind to get the best shit, to get the meta and all this. But they should definitely have obviously the House Cup version, and then you have like the Quidditch World Cup stuff that you can also put in there. They should do that 100%. I just don't see how they don't add that at some point. So I said we're doubling back and we did it right here, but right. It is. Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. 100%. I don't know if it'll be next year. I'm still,
and that could be wrong.
Got me wary, but
2024 is safer, I guess. 2 years.
It is, but the time we've had in this game, I am kind of thinking, you know what? Next year sounds right. Next summer.
I always think like, because it's clear that this is a very ambitious game, right? Maybe, I think they would have that as a separate mode. That is just, So like what you said, it's like a more, making more of a robust single player experience, which is, I didn't actually expect that. I didn't expect it wasn't going to be single player, but I was expecting there was still going to be a multiplayer aspect that would kind of be like something. That'll kind of be like like a co-op. That'll kind of be like more of the end game, like the rest of your gameplay. But this is going to be a story beginning to end with stuff in between.
Yeah, I mean, and also I don't think we're out of the woods for any Quidditch in the main game either. I just think they can show it. But they showed us broom flight and they were like, oh yeah, you can broom fly or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're saving that for another next state of play or PlayStation showcase, or maybe on their own terms, they'll just show it off.
Right. And so we're going into new places because obviously we're not just staying in the castle. We're going to Hogsmeade, Forbidden Forest, places even beyond that, they've said. So it's an expanding place away from everything else. Actually, I should have mentioned that earlier. I didn't read this one before. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of the same thing we said anyway earlier. I don't think we're out the woods for Quidditch being involved in the main game at all. I think it'd be crazy for you to go to 5 years and not even have an option to play in like a House Cup but I think it'll be maybe more like how sports games do, like a my player mode where, the way sports games, I know you guys aren't really sports game players, but the way sports games kind of do my player modes now is, especially like the Maddens and 2Ks and stuff like that, you'll probably come in. Madden's the best example. I think they'll do it so where like you can play in like a classic mode where you just go in, you play every game, you try to earn a starting spot, blah, blah, blah. But I think they'll do it in a way where it's like, okay, we'll play some moments. So like, oh, okay, you tried out for the Quidditch team. Maybe you make it, maybe you don't, right? If you make it, then that'll open up a quest track for Quidditch. And then with Quidditch, maybe you're not playing full games, but you hop in key moments in the match type thing, just to give you the feel of it at all. And then when we get that DLC that I'm with Gerard, I'm guaranteeing that's coming. I'm with Gerard.
I feel so strongly about it, man.
Yeah, I feel that.
It seems like a slam dunk, especially like you said. Because we know there's going to be regular Quidditch in the game. You can't have a whole year of Hogwarts without some form of Quidditch in the back.
You're going to be able to see it somewhere, something. We're going to be able to see. Well, we are in the 1800s, so we have to see what the differences at Hogwarts are, and as far as like, how are they doing House Cups and how is Quidditch? We're in the 1800s. This says Quidditch team captain established 1095. What's my shirt say anymore? 1092. Couldn't remember anymore. I was like, what did they put on this shirt? 1092. Now, I don't know for a fact that this is canon because I don't think anywhere in the books does it say anything about this. Quidditch Through the Ages.
Quidditch Through the Ages. Yeah.
Quidditch Through the Ages.
Oh, man.
Forgot all about that book. And I have that somewhere. I own that somewhere. I could have nerded this out way more, but I didn't. Because I also have Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. But but yeah, this stuff like this, like, so obviously Quidditch exists, in the 1800s. So we'll just have to see how it's played, how it's tracked, and all that type of stuff. But yeah, so all that stuff is cool. Let's get into the actual game. So obviously we know we're starting as a 5th year character. You come to Hogwarts and you've got this like ancient magic. I think the most interesting thing here will be to see how they explain to us why you're only getting to Hogwarts in your 5th year. If you have access to this ancient magic, is there something like, was your family trying to hide you? And like they wouldn't let you go to Hogwarts? Like, what was the reason that you couldn't go to Hogwarts this whole time for 4 years, and now in your 5th year you're going, and you're so special that the school created a special curriculum for you to catch up with 5th years? And am I tripping? Don't 5th years have to take owls?
That sounds about right.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, 5th years take owls.
Okay, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not that stupid.
It was a whole chapter, and yeah, that's my favorite book. It was a whole.
There you go.
Yep, there was a whole chapter where like here was
Harry struggling trying to.
I have to do it, and then we've seen the game of 6 when he gets his results back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But 7 years had to take newts.
The newts,
yeah. But
so there we go. So how y'all feel about that? What do y'all? It is. I'm interested. I don't want to kill it because I don't know how the story will play out or how they'll justify it, and it could be great. It could be an amazing reason to kind of explain it to you, but it does throw me off a little bit. I don't know how y'all feel about this. Starting in your 5th year.
It threw me off too. I was pretty surprised. I was like, oh well. I mean, okay. I mean, on one hand, it's like good because I don't want to have to go through the 4 years. Because it feels like a lot. It'll either be like a lot of like fast forward time skips and stuff.
Sorry.
Well, it wouldn't allow me to like fully immerse properly, even if I'm playing as a younger, like a preteen, like a 10, 11-year-old, stuff like that, versus like you come in as a teenager, like you said, Derek, there's clearly going to be some sort of a plot thing as to why this is a late admission. I can't recall any students in the books being like this. No. They've introduced other characters as the books went on, but they were already they started around the same year they did, near year 1.
Yeah.
But no one that came in like, hey, I'm a late mission. It's like, what are you doing here?
So that 6th year, like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So
that magic already? Like, who taught you that? Like,
right. All the questions.
Maybe, yeah. I just want to see the justification for why, and then why Hogwarts would let this kid who's just been learning magic on his own to come into school. Like, isn't that a danger? But we know Hogwarts don't really care about endangering kids, so
they don't, man. They got all sorts of bullshit in the basement.
Yeah, I just figured it was like a means of saying, "Oh, you guys already know what time it is with Hogwarts, so we're not going to walk you through all the years to come. We're just gonna jumpstart you here, and we'll move forward." Because I don't even think we're gonna stay in Hogwarts that long. Like I think
it depends. I think you'll stay in Hogwarts as long as you want to, because so the thing is, and we'll not fuck it. We'll just talk about this as we go. Fuck it. I keep trying to say we'll get back to this later. No, we won't. The dungeons and stuff like that are in Hogwarts, the secret passageways and stuff in the castle, I feel like that is going to extend your time there. Like if you just want to search the castle and walk around and look for all the shit, and as you learn like new spells and all that type of stuff, that's going to allow you to access new things within the castle. So you'll be able to kind of go around and stuff like that. I think it'd be really dope if there was like secret ways to sneak into different common rooms and stuff like that. Like you just who knows how it will actually, play out. And I guess let's double back. I did want to start in the first year. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I think I said this in the chat, but I wanted Bully meets Harry Potter. I wanted Bully meets Harry. Send me to class. Take me, and y'all know. Well, Ian know. I've played Bully.
I think they're kind of do that
on my PS5. Yeah. Like I think that's how they were starting, and they scrapped it. I think that's how they started, and they decided to scrap it and go, there's no point in this 4 years. How can we explain away this time? Because 5, 6, and 7 is a good amount of time. Like I do get it. And those are the more important years. Like you're learning advanced magic. Like I do get it. Yeah. But as crazy of a fan as I am and how much I've waited for something like this, I would have had no issue coming in as a first year, learning from the basics of the basics all the way up for 7 years. Let me play in the House Cup. Let me discover the castle. You know, it doesn't have to be an evil wizard looking for me. I don't have to be Harry Potter, but let me go on my own little adventures. Let us sneak out to the Forbidden Forest. You know, let us get to the point where we're finally allowed to go to Hogsmeade, because obviously, you know, first years or so they can't just go to Hogsmeade. So just like little things like that I would have been like, yeah, for me, I was like, yeah, that would be dope. Like I would have loved to play that. But I can understand why it's not there. So it's not something I'll kill the game for, but I would have taken it 100%. I feel like I've been in the minority. I would have
too. I wasn't going and looking for, I wasn't going and looking for that exactly. But if they said this is how you start, I'd be like, okay, cool. Just like, you know, traditionally how Hogwarts students are brought in. But since they for story and narrative reasons, more than likely they're opting to bring you as a late student in your 5th year. Now, at this point, I'm just curious, you know, what's intrigue the story? Like, why? Like,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, but I see where you're coming from, though. Like, you know, that's legitimate. You know, that's definitely a legitimate thing to want. So, I don't think there's any problem with that.
Yeah. So speaking of common rooms, I mentioned them a little earlier. I do hope we can get to sneak in other common rooms, stuff like that. But I really hope that none of us can get in our common rooms without being able to figure out the password. So as a Ravenclaw, I need a riddle. I need some crazy question before I ever go in, or I'm going to feel like I'm cheating. I'm not going to lie to you. I will feel like I'm cheating. And obviously, like Gryffindor niggas, they just have a password. So nigga Ian just got to pay attention. But
password is password.
But how cool would it be, though, if, like, say they did things where nobody's like, either you have to keep up with the password, right? Like, say there's a place you have to go to keep up with the password. But you know, you get engrossed in the game. One day you turn the shit on and you know, you just start playing. You didn't even think about the password. You head out, you start doing your shit, you go into class, and you're like, oh, I gotta go back to the common room. You get to the common room, you like, oh shit, I don't know the password. And then you gotta like go around, try to ask other Gryffindors to tell you, but some of them don't want to tell you because they don't fuck with you, or maybe you don't have a relationship with them, or they just like, you know, we can't share the password out loud or shit like that. Like, I just think that'd be cool for them to create little puzzles, or little
that'd be over the top.
Little barriers to let you in. I want a riddle every time they go to the Ravenclaw.
That was the case.
Eric wants The Sims Harry Potter.
Facts. Yes.
I would say if they had a metaverse, Hogwarts themed metaverse.
I'm out. I'm gone. Fuck y'all. The fuck? What? I am out.
Like,
what?
Gas going up anyway. I'm out of here.
Yeah, gas going
up. Helmet on.
Facts. Yeah. Grindelwald and Voldemort gonna look like puppy dogs when y'all see me in the metaverse Harry Potter. Y'all are crazy. I'm like, where'd this evil Ravenclaw come from? Yeah, he's terrible. Yeah. Facts. No, I do. Little stuff like that. It's those little details that for me would make this a game that to say like, okay, you can't miss this. You have to play this game. Like, this is fucking amazing. That little stuff like that. If it's not there, I won't hate it. But
it would be extra. Yeah, that will go to show, like, you know, what they were talking about at the end of the state of play. Like, oh yeah, we really wanted to create a living, breathing, you know, magical world. That'll be one of the ways to be like, oh yeah, they're about it for sure. Because
like, what if Ian had to wait for somebody to come to the common room to open it for him? Like shit. I mean, I just gotta wait until somebody in this living world needs to go into the common room now because I don't know the password and I have to get in to see the password. Like, shit like that would be cool.
Honestly, I kind of like as you said it, and I remember the password requirement. That would be really cool to do because they said throughout the thing, they said, you know, you not only meet like important side characters, we can also learn to befriend others and have them come along with you and stuff. So maybe if you like, I don't know, have a certain other classmate, is another house that comes with you off and on. Maybe you can build like some trust thing or some mechanic where you hit them up. They can't allow you to. They'll like go into the Ravenclaw common room or, you know, things like that. Go into the Slytherin common room. Yeah. So that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. They should do that.
I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to turn up after winning the House Cup in the common room. We gotta have butterbeer everywhere. Like, we gotta be lit. No, that was dope. But also they talked about the dungeons just being like these growing, and I don't know if y'all ever watched that video I shared with y'all about the leaks. It was like a couple of days before they actually announced the Was it a
way
couple days, or
back?
maybe it was right when they? I don't know, but it's in our chat if you scroll back a little bit. But there was some leaked videos and they were talking about these dungeons being these like really deep, difficult and not necessarily super simple either. Some of them may be a little easier, some of them may just be a puzzle, but some of them you might have to fight your way in, or they lead you to somewhere else, and or they lead you to like people that are, could be hiding in the castle or something like that, trying to manipulate something going on at Hogwarts type thing, secret meeting areas. So all of that is really cool. I'm really in. That's why I know Ian was saying that you don't think we'll be at Hogwarts long, but I think we will be there long. Well, again, I think it'll be like Elden Ring. Like you saw the average to be Elden Ring is like 49 hours or something like that, or 50 hours or something like that. I don't believe that. But that's if you streamline the game. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm only going to do that. So I don't think you'd be at Hogwarts long if all you do is play the main story and just go straight. But if you start searching around and you start trying to build relationships and you start trying to search the Forbidden Forest and you want to search the castle dungeons and all this type of stuff, like it'd be crazy if there was a version of the Chamber of Secrets that you could find. Obviously it wouldn't have like the basilisk or anything in it, but maybe it has different things down there, like just little things that do connect us to the original series, but aren't exactly that type stuff. Like we already have the room of requirement, which I guess we can just kind of walk in and out in this time period because niggas just using it for whatever.
Everyone knows it.
Everybody knows about the room of requirement and niggas just in and out of there. But I think that's cool. You got the customizable room of requirement that you can, do your own things in. And
that's a good usage for it, for sure.
Like that. Yeah. Yeah. And obviously it's an easy way to give us something that we're familiar with. Like, oh, it's the room requirement and it's going to have this and that. So yeah, that's dope. What else was here? Okay. Yeah. So as we're going to the common rooms, this is big for a guy like me. As you can see, all of my Ravenclaw gear, except a new piece of Ravenclaw gear, which I'll show you in a second. I'm going to cop a plea before I do that, but all of my Ravenclaw gear has an eagle on it because that is the house symbol of Ravenclaw, because it makes sense for Ravenclaw. A raven actually makes no sense if you look up what ravens typically represent, how they operate. It just doesn't make any sense. The name of the house is Ravenclaw because that's the last name of the person who founded it. Like every other house, it has nothing to do with the animal associated with it. The other people were just mad basic in picking their animals because they wasn't as smart. So they just, Gryffindor, I'm gonna put a hippogriff for whatever, little griffin lion up here, man. Y'all got it. Oh, well, Hufflepuff, they had to come up with something, so that was cool because there's no Huffle. But Slytherin was like, a snake. Nobody will think that's evil. So, and we talk to snakes.
Yeah, we talk to snakes, nigga.
It's nothing biblical about snakes being evil either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not at all. So I and this is where this is actually, I didn't realize this as a kid, but this is where my hate for WB actually completely stems from. Y'all think it's just I hate them for the way they treat DC, but WB changed the Raven because basically they thought all of you out there who hadn't read the books, they thought y'all were stupid. Basically is what they're saying. Y'all are all too dumb to understand why Ravenclaw would have an eagle and not a raven. And since it says Raven in the name, we're just going to put a raven there because we think you're all stupid. That's what they said. That is what they said. I'm just letting y'all know. It's not a raven. It's an eagle. And if you're a Ravenclaw and you're out there rocking ravens everywhere, I understand. It's hard to find Ravenclaw gear. So I do get it. It's not easy to find. You got to buy it from third-party sites. You don't know what you're buying. You got to trust some random artist.
Is a good source.
But there are places out there you can get official Ravenclaw gear that is accurate. Now, shout out to our friend of the show, Pat Rice. We love her. She came by yesterday to allow our cats to fight. Basically, that's all they did. And she brought me a Snuggie.
Oh, cool.
It's a Snuggie. It's a Ravenclaw Snuggie. I think it actually has pockets. I didn't even know it had pockets. It has pockets?
Oh, that's fire. Snuggie 2.0.
No. It doesn't have pockets. It doesn't have pockets.
Oh, damn.
I'm tripping. I don't know what I just did. Oh, I knocked over Remus's wand. My bad. All right. Y'all see it? Okay. There is nothing wrong with the Warner Brothers official stuff that where you're going to buy this stuff like at your Walmarts and you're all that, right? Problem is our house colors aren't blue and silver. They're not. They're blue and bronze.
They're blue and bronze. Oh, they fucking up too.
Well, there's a big ass raven on it, but I'm still going to wear this around the house because one, it's actually mad comfortable, and somebody I love gave it to me, so I will definitely still use this. But will I like take it somewhere or not really?
It's not using for the home, bro.
It's just a home thing. We're just gonna use
playing Hogwarts Legacy in that outfit.
First stream,
you think so? I'm putting on first stream. I'm putting on. First of all, I'm gonna go I need to get a Ravenclaw hat so I can match this nigga. And then I'm wearing the sweater. I'm wearing the Letterman jacket over the sweater. Y'all lucky I'm not doing it now. I'm having 2 wands. I guess I need a new scarf. I had a scarf somewhere, but I think I lost it. All I have is my Hogwarts scarf now. So yeah, Ian Gang. He got the scarf. I'm sure he got some Gryffindor socks somewhere too.
I had a pair of day. I got holes in it.
So I will be before this game comes out, I will be upping up even more Ravenclaw stuff. But one thing this game did, it does seem like it gave us our ego back. If you look at if you kind of freeze frame, it is a lot, and it's only Ravenclaw nerds doing this because we're the only ones who were fucked. But I
didn't notice it until you said it. I had to double back and watch it. I was looking for somebody else having a hard time finding the common room section. It was only like a few seconds long for those really quick glimpses of each one. And I was like, well, look at that shit. And also in the beginning of the 2, when they showed like that how do we call it? The first entryway of Hogwarts, you have like the 2 stairs that come down.
Yes.
The one that goes. The banner showed it there too. And I was like, fuck.
Yep. That's what I saw first. I was like, wait, what? And I paused and I was like,
did they do it?
That's an eagle. Now the eagle's
it's their own take on the all the animal logo design, but it's still clearly an eagle. So
it's an eagle, and it is it's not this eagle or this eagle.
No, but it's still.
But it is still an eagle. It's closer to maybe the one on my sweater, than the one over here. Which this is the real one. This is just a Quidditch shirt, so it's obviously edited with the broomsticks and stuff. So it's closer to something like this that is on it, and it's also gold instead of bronze, like it should be. But it does look like the Ravenclaw cloaks and stuff like that. They do seem to be black, obviously, but they also seem to be blue and bronze there. So it seems like to be like a blue, bronze, gold. So I'm wondering in like the character customization and stuff, will there maybe be like other fits you can get that will have like the more common eagle like that, and and actually the blue and bronze instead of like blue and silver or blue and gold or anything like that. Like you could probably customize. I'm hoping that you can to really get that authentic Ravenclaw feel. And also it's easy to explain it in this because they can just say, oh, it's a different time period, so they have this right now instead of what you saw in the movies. Or they can just tell people you were lied to in the movies, our bad. We're fixing it in this amazing game. Because I'm not gonna lie, I still would have played this game if there was a Raven, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. But I would have been pissed. I would have been yelling at people. I would have been trying to yell at someone. I don't know who, but I would have been trying to yell.
Oh man.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I did not think we were there.
Anything.
It's kind of wild. So obviously it was good to see that and good to see all the different common rooms. As Gerard alluded to earlier, the Hufflepuff common room looked amazing. We've never seen
great.
It before.
The first time I was like, okay, everyone says I align with the Hufflepuff shit, apparently. And this will be the first time where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you know what? They don't look too bad over there.
Hold on, they not too shabby. That's how they come? All right.
Finally, that's really my only gripe. Like, if they actually made them seem cool, despite not being relevant to any of the actual Harry Potter stories, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Yeah, Cedric Diggory died, but clearly he was a weak motherfucker. That's why he died. That's not why he died. But no, it would have been like, okay. There was never a time when Hufflepuff was depicted as a cool house, despite not taking part of the main, Gryffindor versus Slytherin. We had a couple cool Ravenclaws. They went to Rowena Ravenclaw in the end. That's cool. Hufflepuff, nothing. And that's really it.
Hufflepuff common room looked like a goddamn speakeasy.
That's why I like it. It's a place you go and you chill. You got
everybody chilling, bro. Yeah. They cooling in there, man. I told you, man, they smoking that green. They right next to the kitchens. They cool with the house elves. Like, yo, that's gang down there.
Bar down there.
That's the homies, man.
I might have to actually make Hufflepuff cool one by myself.
There you go, bro.
I don't know. Cedric might have got you beat there, man. Oh,
he's gone.
Before his time.
Cedric showed up in one book and died in the same book.
He did. He was a pretty boy. He was the only like Harry was like, oh, I like Cho for some reason, and he likes her more. They're actually together in this, and now obviously. Anyway, I like that common room, and I like the Ravenclaw common room. I like all the common rooms, obviously.
I still want to see more of the Ravenclaw common room. We didn't get to see that much of it. We got to see a lot. I think we got a bigger pan of the Ravenclaw common room, the Hufflepuff common room, which I thought was really dope. And I don't think did they show the Slytherin one?
They showed all of them.
They did. Okay.
Gryffindor. we already know Gryffindors look like. Slytherins is always the stone dungeon like.
And we also know what that looks like too.
It's always dank. Yeah, we know what that looks like. And I mean, it looked good for that type of a dank look as well. It doesn't look, evil isn't fun here at all times. It's like, we're just down here.
Yeah, definitely agreed. So that was cool. We got to see that. We got to see some examples of them going through classes and stuff like that. We got to see potions and charms, and obviously we'll see defense against the dark arts, and we got to see herbology, and they didn't really show like care of magical creatures, but I'm sure we'll have a care of magical creatures class with somebody, the Hagrid of the time. It definitely looked cool. I'd be really interested to see if there's like their version of like a Trelawney or something like that in this day and age, so we could go see the divination classes, stuff like that. Like I'd be really interested to see how they do it. And I think one thing they will do. Yeah. And I think one thing they definitely will do is you get to pick, like the same way Harry kind of got to pick his electives. I think they'll make like us get to pick, we'll be able to pick electives too.
That could foster like replayability too.
Yeah, facts. Oh, I'm going to go back because I didn't get to play, because they did say you'll be developing your own combat style. So I very much think that everything we do at Hogwarts will be what's developing our style to get towards that end game where we are fighting against these, evil groups or whatever. So I think everything we do will kind of lead us in that direction. So I did think that was really dope. Trying to think what else we saw. We saw a little bit of the broom flight. Like we said, they didn't announce Quidditch with this or anything, but they showed us, you can fly a broom, and they I think they're trolling us a little bit. They're like, it's just a good way to travel around our world.
They're trolling. For sure.
Yeah, you're just trolling us. We know it's coming. We know there's some Quidditch.
And then they showed the hippogriff, and I was like, actually, let me fly on that right there.
Facts. Yeah, I was like,
very much.
Why would I fly on a broom just to travel if there's a hippogriff I can fly on? And they did confirm that there will be beasts that you can tame and ride and learn how to do that. So
they even showed Thestrals.
Yeah.
Young Thestral and the adults and that. And I was like, wait.
Who did we see die?
And then literally the next scene, your character can even learn some stronger forbidden spells. Avada Kedavra, some.
They didn't even hit him with a Crucio or nothing. Just a straight smoked.
I was like, oh man, well that's how we can see the threshold.
Yeah.
So
out here smoking niggas, well, I guess. So yeah, obviously, I'm assuming somebody in your character's past has died in front of you or closer around, and you can see Thestrals. So that's an easy thing to explain away. That's not
very easy,
like a difficult thing. Yeah. But they tell you, it says players attend classes. Oh, see, it says more. So that's why I know. I think we will get other classes because it says charms, defense and dark arts, herbology, and potions, which is all we saw. I'm a little annoyed that the potion stuff seems a little basic with like, hit this button, time this, rotate. I thought they would maybe bump that a little bit from, because that's basically what we've been doing in the mobile games and the Lego game. Like that's kind of basically what potions has been. So I thought they might, up that up, like with gyro controls or something. I don't know, make it a little more, but maybe there'll be some updates or stuff that gives us that too. And then, like we said, we got to see a little bit of Hogsmeade, and obviously we know Hogsmeade is a place that other wizards and witches can go to. So it's not just exclusive to like students. So who knows what kind of trouble you can run into there. Like we don't have to go to like a Diagon Alley or a Nocturne Alley to find the evil villains or whatever. They can be around in and around the school area. And obviously the 1800s, it's probably even more, a free for all. So, that'll be interesting to see how that develops as well. Trying to think any other major things that we saw here. Because you mentioned we saw him do the killing curse. I mean, we saw some of the little
combat spellcasting.
Oh my goodness. The combat
that looked pretty impressive.
I mean, you're just combining spells left and right. They seem like you can combine them in different ways to do stuff. I really like the one where he had pulled somebody in. He's like Accio, and then
Accio,
then he's like Perfectus Totalis, and then he like did Incendio on the ground, so it sent like a wave of fire, and then he like flung the dude back with another one. Like he was
mad saucy with it.
It was clean. Yeah, it was literally like the last 4 movies. How they the style of spellcasting, but they're actually saying it, and it looked like there was some flow to it too. So fighting in that will be fun as hell. Like. Yeah, that looked great. He's like, and he was doing moves too. You kind of rolling and flipping. So it's not like you're just stuck either. You're not just standing there, dueling at each other one time. Or every fight is not just going to be the Harry Voldemort fight where it's just orange light versus green light. Who will win?
Soap suds in the middle.
Facts. No, we're gonna get something way more cool than that. They did say that your enemies may be willing to try to kill and stuff like that too. So obviously you can die to them. They're not just going to like Perfectus Totalis and then run past you or something like that. Like they're trying to knock you out too. So it will be interesting. And I wonder how much, if you choose to do any sort of like dark curses or killing curses, how much does that affect your character and how their story goes. So I will be very interested to hear multiple people and how the story unfolds for them. Similar to how Elden Ring is doing, where people are just having completely different experiences. I think this will be something similar because there may be a dungeon somewhere that Ian doesn't go because he's in Gryffindor and I'm in Ravenclaw, and maybe my common room leads somewhere this area, his one leads somewhere over here. So just different things that we may experience. Gerard's going to have a different level of access to the kitchens, the house elves. So I would expect what? What I do?
Ian acting like you sneezed or something. Laughing,
like he crying. Like,
Yuck, house elves, huh?
Bro, I really think you'll have a really dope story quest with house elves. I mean, there better be one. They did suggest that there was one we could all do, but I think you could have a really dope one with house elves, learning more about their magic and how they do the things they do. Like I think economics. Yo, this nigga Ian, bro. This nigga Ian. Go teach you how to sew. This nigga Ian a dick. Ian is a dick. Because I didn't have that joke in my head until he put it there. Ian's an asshole. Ian's an asshole.
The way you said it, man. You're close to the kitchens. You got more.
It's the way you said it,
bro. No.
Why did you go to the kitchens? It's like
that's where their common room is, next to the kitchens. The common room is next to the kitchens, bro. It is.
And
watch. Gerard gonna be the only one of us that's gonna be able to go to herbology, make him some tree, and go back to the common room and light it up.
I'm gonna have all the mandrakes in my build. Everybody getting stunned for that streak that they showed, the yelling. They're gonna get stunned.
And that was really dope. The mandrake, that was so cool to see. That was so dope to see that them actually have a mandrake and you can use it. That makes me think of how many other magical beasts we'll be able to use in combat and attacks and stuff like that. Like, imagine you trying to fight a nigga and you got all these spells and nigga just pull out a mandrake and just.
That's cute, ain't it? Close your ears.
Ain't learned this at home.
Bitch. Give me your wand. Now I'm dual wielding the shits.
Let me do it, yo. I'm definitely gonna try to do a wheel wands.
I need to get a second wand now.
Shout out to anybody who can look at these and guess whose wands they are. I'll say it at the end of the pod, but if you can guess,
basic, I can't remember.
If you can guess who these are, well, Ian knows, but don't snitch. But I'll say it at the end anyway. But shout out to those who can guess. If you're that good at wand recognizing, I'm not. If somebody had showed me these, I probably would not be able to recognize them if I didn't actually. Well, maybe this one. But this one, I wouldn't have known that one. But anyways, yeah, man. Combat looks amazing. It looks fluid. It looks like we'll be able to make all different kinds of combos and stuff like that. So that'll be really dope for us to dive into and see how we all differently build our characters and differently build our combat styles.
Yes.
And that's why I do think there will eventually be PvP DLC, because we all have different styles and stuff like that. But also, maybe I don't want it, because if we all have our own styles and stuff, that's cool. Once you introduce PvP, now there becomes a meta. Now there becomes one that's better than the others when you're fighting other people. And I don't really want to have to deal with that. I kind of just want to be able to play how I want to play and enjoy that. You know, I would like them to add like a co-op where maybe we can play together and we can all go on some missions
together or something.
Yeah, I think they should do something like that. But I don't, as much as a PvP dueling system would be cool, I just don't want to get stuck in the, oh yeah, this is the best way to do it. And oh, your wand doesn't have, unicorn hair, so it's not going to do this. Like, no, I don't, I want to just be able to play the game in the style that I've developed and be like, yo, this is what I like. I put more towards this or this because this is more effective for me. And this is how I want to play. I just think that'd be dope. So, yeah, well, I'll be really interested to see how that comes out. There was a really cool thing where you like, he went invisible, but he didn't have the cloak or anything. Like it didn't seem like he had a cloak.
Yeah.
He went invisible. I was like, all right. So there's like some stealth in here as well. If you choose to maybe upgrade that way or, however you do it. So a lot of cool concepts in this game. And then obviously, the music in the trailer was just, at the end, that was just amazing. Dun, 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 dun. Anytime that hits, anytime they hit that fanfare with the slowdown, that's
added some sauce to that intro.
They put it up and at the end just
crescendo, so good.
I was like, yeah, that hits. If they could have somehow let me have that song in my head as I was reading the book for the first time, I'd have been like, oh yeah. I would have known like, oh, this might be that crack. Yeah, okay. But yeah, man. Y'all had anything else that y'all saw that y'all were like, okay?
I mean, just it seemed like the little glimpse they showed, just like the level of building out your character, like spells you can learn. They gave us pretty much like you said, they gave us tastes of it. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential with that. It looks like we're going to pretty much be able to explore everywhere as far as the main parts of Hogwarts grounds and things like that. And like you said, I'm curious who the groundskeeper character will be, because Hagrid does not exist at this time frame. It's supposed to be like 100 years prior to stuff from Harry Potter's era, I guess you can call it.
Really.
Yeah. But I think it was overall, that's pretty much it. It was just really good. Really good showing. Pretty impressed. Here to learn more. Hopefully, everything does continue to come together into a really good Hogwarts package, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I think we all are. Obviously, me and Ian came on here we didn't plan that either. Both of us, literally, I came back to the camera. Ian was sitting here. I saw the Gryffindor hat, and I sat down. He saw Mario Kart shirt. We just looked at each other like, well, yeah, we here. Yeah, we do.
When I joined and saw like Ian stepped away, and I saw you there, and I was okay, Ravenclaw. And Ian came back, and he was wrapping the scarf. I was like, okay, y'all did this on purpose.
Really did it, man.
And I'm accidentally wearing Slytherin colors, even though it's a Pokemon hoodie.
Facts.
For the homie groupie. But yeah, I need to get some.
Gotta get some Hufflepuff gear, bro.
There's some dope Hufflepuff gear on Etsy. I just saw, man.
Some dope shit. What we should have done when Ian got me this Ravenclaw jacket, we should have got you a Hufflepuff one, but you might have like tossed it somewhere back then. So
I would have burned it.
You'd have burned that shit. You'd have put a Gryffindor patch over it.
I don't be burning things. I'll just keep in that corner of the closet.
That back corner of the closet. In that one drawer all the way in the back.
One drawer.
When I'm cleaning,
that one
pull it out, just like
this nigga really got me a Hufflepuff. So
conveniently forgets it as he moves out.
Facts. Gift for the next person.
When I'm moving, that's when I see it again. I'm just like,
oh God.
How my friends treat me.
This is how this is who I call friends.
This is how they see me in Harry Potter. Not even a regular main character. Not even a villain like Slytherin, just a Hufflepuff.
Now's the time, bro. Now is your time.
I'm going to try to make a Hufflepuff legit.
Hufflepuff will be legit, man.
It's going to be an arduous ask. Well, at least since it is single player, I don't have to deal with any other random online folks being like, oh,
you're a Hufflepuff loser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about none of that bullshit. You're just playing on your own. Enjoy your own story, man. Be the full Hufflepuff you know you can be.
The only story I know Hufflepuff can be cool in.
I'm making the choices, nigga.
I'm making the choice.
Y'all about to win the House Cup. Y'all about to win.
Oh, best believe. Best believe this about to happen. Okay.
Facts, man. Facts.
But yeah, I'm excited for the game. It's on my radar. They said holiday 2022 at the very end of the presentation. Which, I mean, if that sticks, it's probably gonna be November. But yeah,
that's November, early December holiday season. Yeah, Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, obviously. So, yeah, holiday 2022 was the last thing we said on it.
And before we hop off, after that presentation on Amazon, a Switch version listing went up out of nowhere, and I was like, huh? Clearly, this is a cloud version. I looked into it. It's not a cloud version. It's Warner Brothers game. Hey, make some cartridges for that game. Put it on there. I'm
really interested to see how it's going to run there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got to be stripped down, right?
And probably not
100%. I mean, I just want to see. I want to see who's doing the porting. If it's them, like Avalanche themselves doing it, then kudos to them because there's like over 100 million Switches. It's hard to ignore that number.
Facts.
It's very hard, even if you only sell like maybe, I don't know, 5 million on there or some shit. Very hard to ignore that number. And there's all, Harry Potter always been on GameCube, Wii. I think that's it. No Wii U. But yeah. So that's interesting. Whenever we finally see that, we'll probably talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what's up, man. All right, guys. We're at the end of our rope here today.
Right.
Next, y'all go watch the new Moon Knight trailer. We'll talk about it with y'all next week. You'll go watch the Ms. Marvel trailer. We'll talk about y'all with that next week. And see what y'all think about that. I probably need a couple more rewatches of that anyway to build some opinions.
The week after we gonna be talking about Moon Knight itself.
And then we'll be talking about actual Moon Knight.
Yes, it's really coming up that
right
fast.
We're around the corner. We are around the corner from Moon Knight, and
we made it.
Disney
everything
Plus
about this is
show reviews coming back.
Yeah, we doing show reviews right back around
that time of the year.
And then when it ends, Doctor Strange in May.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Obi-Wan right around the corner after that.
Obi-Wan right.
Oh man.
Just back to back.
Disney got spring and summer down packed, man. They got it down packed.
I actually recently hopped back into Star Wars Rebels.
You getting the
Ahsoka finally showed up. So
so now she kind of saved it for you.
Shit.
No, she does kind of save that show when she shows you like, all right, at least I love her. Let me just watch.
Yeah, now they're
see what she doing.
Who Darth Vader is. I'm like, you know who Darth Vader is. Stop playing.
Yeah, come on, you can feel it.
Yeah, you feel that. You feel that energy, man.
That's your man's.
That's that same energy you used to feel.
Facts.
No.
Well, yeah, no. Is there a pause there?
No, it's no pause.
No, it's not a pause, but we're not being weird about it. We're just talking about the Force and Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Honestly, anyone says pause
don't be weird.
It's just funny. When anyone says pause, I just kind of laugh. I don't think that.
Yeah,
it's just funny. It's like clearly that's not the case. It's funny
when I say it. It's just funny.
I just want you to say, I'd be like,
pause. No, it'd be funny.
A whole child
it's meant to put it in your mind.
Yeah. It's meant to make you think about this in a different way. What do you think? Yeah, it's nasty, ain't it? Yeah, you a nasty nigga. You're trying to hide it. Oh, mature head ass. You nasty nigga.
Who thinking the freaky geeky shit? Oh man.
Yeah, man. And I guess we also said it looks like What If Season 2, we might get that this year. I don't think there's any like official confirmations of that. Right.
Yeah, I think it's just hearsay with the people in the Marvel sphere. Which I mean, honestly, if it didn't come out this year, I think it would just push it back for scheduling. I think
we'd be fine. We'd be fine without it. There's so much coming out right now. We live. So yeah, man, that's all we got for y'all today. Shout out to my guy Sirius Black. That's Sirius Black, and this is who I'm hoping in Hogwarts Legacy he gets like a old family member that's in Ravenclaw. This is Remus Lupin's wand.
Oh, the ball at the end. That's right.
Sirius Black and Remus Lupin. Those are our guys. So from Two Ugly Nerds and Remus, you see his little scar because he's a werewolf and his
got to focus. It's not focusing.
I'm not gonna focus it. Y'all could.
I can see it. No, I'm lying. I can't see it. Oh, wait, is that like? Oh wait, now I see it. Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
yes.
right there.
Here we go. There we go. There
You
we
see him
go.
in that drip. He got the little overcoat drip. He got the werewolf scar on his face because our guy Remus. Obviously, I unfortunately his wand broke off a little bit on here, but it's still Remus. And actually, if you look on the inside of his hand, it does have the little ball part on it. I've never actually looked in there, so that's kind of cool.
Cool.
Don't pause it. Don't pause that in.
See, I was never thinking until you said
So mature, man.
We gotta end this podcast.
It is what it is.
We gotta.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for listening. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, enjoy. The two ugly nerds, but there's three of us. Peace.
Peace.
Flipendo. Only those that's played the games knows. If you know, you know. That was like the go-to spell in that thing.